Good morning, college and high school football fans, and welcome to 3 and Out College Edition right here on High Sports Radio, your directory for all that is sports. Ladies and gentlemen, today's show is titled Number 1 is Capital Number 1. Because yesterday, number 1 in the land in high school football modern day took on number 2 St. John Bosco. And well, let's just say number 1 is number 1 for a reason. Goodness. But we got plenty of that today. Amazing high school football this past week. College football is something else, isn't it? Oh my goodness. We got some good ones, and yet last week, I'll tell you, we got to see some fun ones. Because, well, let's just put it like this. As we get closer and closer and closer, we've already passed the halfway point. We're getting closer now. The 12-team college playoff is going to be absolutely insane. I don't even know how they're going to figure this thing out. But I know it's going to be a lot of fun. My goodness. How about Georgia, man? Last week, taking care of business. Georgia's not necessarily that team that everyone was counting out anymore hard. We got plenty to get into. I'll tell you, junior college, I think we know who we're going to see, but it's okay. Because oh my goodness, never mind. We're going to have some fun. I can't give too much away. You are listening to 3 and Out College right here on High Sports Radio. Your direction for all that is sports.
Hi, eSports Radio fans. This show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, single A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Hey there, eSports Radio fans. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Seal the Deal Wax Seals by Cecilia B. You just finished your very own wedding or baby shower invitations and you're looking for that extra special touch? Maybe you just wrote a letter to a relative or a friend and you want to add to their smile when they receive it. Then seal the deal with Cecilia's handmade sealing wax stamps for your invitations, letters, and gifts. You bring the deal, we'll bring the seal. You can find them on Instagram at sealthedeal_wax stamps and on Facebook, Seal the Deal Wax Seals.
For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the iSports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop, including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
That's right, baby. IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. What's good, man? Outside, I'm excited, man. This is going to be a fun one today. Thank you all so much for tuning in this morning. Appreciate you all. Y'all know what's good. You know the deal. You know what goes down here every Saturday morning, man. All throughout football season. You know what goes down here all week long, every day, guys. Shows every day dedicated to the sports and sports regions you guys love, man. We're here delivering it to you live and direct. The sun is just coming up. Maybe you are just coming up. Maybe not. It's Saturday. Understand that. So if you're still in bed right now, but you're catching this on the replay or down here, of course, on YouTube or down here somewhere, Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music /Audible, Castbox, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, or Gyro 7. We appreciate you guys. But, of course, if you're listening live, hey, tune in, join in, chat room, join in the fun. You know what's good. So, with that said, before we go any further, I got to show some love, man. Welcoming, he is one half of this show here. He is the host of Set Point, which, man, that show is too good, man. You got to catch him. You got to catch him on Monday evenings, man. If you ever thought volleyball was boring, you couldn't be more wrong. Check this dude out, man, on Monday evenings. And, of course, catch him on Friday afternoons talking all things SoCal. Yesterday, he gave one hell of a show and a preview into a World Series that, oh, my gosh. I think I had 2 heart attacks yesterday. And I lived. I had to give myself, clear. It was, oh, my gosh. But it's okay. I'm alive. Hopefully, today I don't have to do that again. Please no. But this guy over here delivers SoCal sports the way they should be delivered, man. Oh, good stuff, man. I'm excited to have him here, as always. IE Sports Radio Hall of Famer, ladies and gentlemen, Teran Rodriguez. What's going on, brother? Good morning, man.
Hey, Larry B. Hope you're doing well. I'm trying to keep myself well, but I'm here. I got to deliver for the people.
I'm glad, dude. I hope you feel better, man. That sucks. Ew. Poor Aaron. Ugh, I know. It just happens. I know, dude. It's freaking sickness. You can't avoid it. I swear. Sometimes you feel like you do everything you can to hold on to it, but you can't avoid it. Teacher life, both Cecilia and I, teachers. So it's like,
grocery
we're fine.
Store life as well.
Right? And it's like, oh, we're fine. And then someone sneezes. You're like,
or cough.
Exactly. You're like, oh, great. Okay, I'll stay away. Right? It's like so hard to stay healthy, but we're doing our best. So I hope you feel better, Teran. Sorry about that, man.
It's all good.
Big shout out to our boy, Mr. Yukio Odima, man. This guy is awesome, man. This dude is super, super, super cool. And welcome, as always, the first person on the IE Sports Radio Hall of Fame, going on 7 years ago now. This dude was, I'm sure, this is awesome, okay? Yesterday, the World Series game, 12 hours ago, right now, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, okay? Really cool how they showed like a sports bar in Japan, because they were watching Ohtani, at 11:30 in the morning today on Saturday. I was like, oh, that's so cool. Well, now you got Yukio over here who's in Japan listening to us at 11:30 at night. Kyo's the man. His Saturday's already all done. He's going into Sunday in a couple of hours. So actually next hour. So at the top of the hour. So thank you so much, sir, for tuning in, man, and being a part of us, checking us out. Thank you all for tuning in today, checking us out, man. We're going to get into some good stuff today. As you see, today's title of the show, number one is number one. Well, because there's no other way to say it. And that, of course, is not in the single A. That's not in double A. It's not even in Division 2 or Division 3, guys. Number one is number one in high school for damn sure. So we're going to get into that in a little bit. And of course, talk all the goodies, man. College everywhere. Junior colleges of California, 3C2A, NJCAA, NAIA, Division 3, Division 2, all the goods, man. So stick around. We're going to have some fun. But first things first, man, we got to jump into that recap last week of the single A and, the FBS recap, if you will, because we know you guys love you some FBS. So, Terry, we left off last week making our picks, and boy, did we make some picks, and boy, I think our picks picked us instead. I don't even know how to say it. I don't know. I seriously have no what the hell happened? Week 8 in college football was absolutely nuts. Obviously, we talked about it last week on the show, Oregon smoking Purdue, BYU doing their thing on Friday night, really close game last Friday over Oklahoma State. But Teran, we got to get into the elephant in the room, dude. Number one, Texas goes down, and boy, they went down in a fiery crash. It was ugly. Oh my God.
Texas is overrated.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought. I was gonna say I'm sorry, Teran. No, I'm sorry.
You didn't hear me what I just said?
Yes, it was hilarious.
That
They
was
really
perfect.
are.
Perfect.
It hits so. That's what I was saying. It hits so well. Teran, Texas completely fell apart. Georgia was like, if you guys want to fall apart, we can just play our best. Whichever you want. This team, I don't know, Teran. Texas, number one, Texas looked real good until they met number 5, Georgia. What did you think of that game, man?
Yeah, I saw this game, and Georgia really laid down the hammer. There was a little concern seeing Texas kind of making a comeback, but Georgia slammed the door in the fourth quarter. I was quite impressed by them. Again, their defense just really shut down Texas overall, and I just think that maybe Georgia isn't as bad as we all thought they were.
No, they're going to take their bumps, but realistically, this team they're pretty good. They just, they really have a strong core. They really do, but somewhere in there, they kind of, they got a little jacked up here this year. But hey, one loss is one loss. That was to Bama. It is what it is. And we know they've been in some close calls this year, but Georgia prevailed over the then number 1 Texas. And there you go, man. 30-15 on the road. What a way to get this thing done, Bulldogs. My goodness. Teran, last week, and this is already early. This is a very early in the show. Last week, a certain orange and green team, Ken, they defeated a certain Louisville team, 52-45 on the road. Honestly, Louisville had this damn team. They had this victory like 2 times, 3 times maybe in this game. They let it slip away. It's okay. But Miami did, in fact, clamp it down, won a very good game. But I must say, the question still lingers, Teran. Is the U back?
With that defense, absolutely not.
They are not back. Ladies and gentlemen, we have confirmation. The U is not back. I love it. Teran, no, stop it. You gave up 50. You gave up 45 to Louisville. And no disrespect to Louisville, they're still good, but they're a 4-3 team. They're 2-2 in the ACC. Come on, man. Louisville has lost SMU is a pretty damn good team too. Notre Dame, SMU, and then of course Miami this year. They've got some good ones, but I mean, come on, guys. Like,
This isn't Louisville from last year.
no, this is not. Hell no, this ain't no Louisville from last year. So yeah,
Even that team was bad.
Yeah, they weren't even that good, but they're better than these guys. So I mean, I don't know. The U guys, stop it. They're 7-0. They're number 6 in the nation. That's fine. Teran, I think they're gonna find out. I think when they get to the playoffs, when they play some actual teams, they'll probably find out. So but everyone will still be saying the U is back. So Tennessee, Teran, number 11 Tennessee defeats number 7 Alabama 24-17. Oh my gosh, did you see this coming?
Not really. I thought Tennessee was gonna give them a battle, but I didn't think they would actually pull out the win. But yeah, Alabama has been so weird. But then again, they have a new head coach in Kalen DeBoer, and he's still trying to figure out his bearings. Remember, this is not the Nick Saban era, so it's still basically trying to figure things out. New program, new culture, new everything, and some new growing pains to go along with it.
Yeah, it's a weird one. This is a weird year. I mean, obviously, they did some good things. I mean, beating Georgia, man. Oh, that's always a nice little good deal right there. You want that. These fans do not stand Georgia. Georgia can't stand them. I mean, it's just, it's a big rivalry. So beating Georgia is a big thing. Our very own, glad to have him back, our very own Anthony from Georgia Sports Central here on IE Sports Radio on Wednesday mornings. He said it himself. He says, dude, like, we love you, Kirby. We're glad you're here. He's like, but we hired you for one reason, man, to beat Alabama. He's like, I mean, we got some championships in there and everything. He's like, but beating Alabama is like everything, which is crazy. But he said it himself on his show. I heard him, and man, like, he's irritated. I get it. So beating Alabama, man, is a big thing, and that's great. But dude, like, I don't know. Georgia has been a little suspect this year, and then of course Alabama losing to Georgia on the other side. Alabama winning this game on the other side is huge for Alabama. But if you can't beat other teams like Tennessee, right, Teran? I mean, it's just crazy. Those two teams this year, man. But no, I'm really excited for Tennessee. I think they're 6-1. You've been calling it, dude. I've been picking against them pretty much all year because I just think they're fool's gold. But realistically, they're actually the real deal, man. This is a good football team.
Yeah. Georgia has been up and down. Tennessee has also been up and down. The SEC, other than Texas, has been such an anomaly. And, even throw in Texas losing. So I think this is going to be one interesting race to see who's going to be playing in the SEC championship.
It's going to be fun. I am so excited. So let's see what's up. Let's do the damn thing. Oh, that was a good one, man. And all right, well, we got a couple more, man. LSU over Arkansas, 34-10. Number 8 LSU reigns supreme. They look good. Number 9, Iowa State played pretty damn good over UCF, 38-35 last week. That was pretty good. Clemson, number 10, they're hanging in there. They're not that Clemson that we knew a while back, but hey, they're still there. They're winning games. They're in the ACC. The ACC is not that strong, whatever. We know because of Miami. Anyway, we have number 10 Clemson defeating Virginia, 48-31 at home. Notre Dame had a little bit of trouble with, just a tiny tad bit of trouble in the first quarter with Georgia Tech. And well, as you said, Teran, we knew that wasn't going to be a victory for the Jackets. But regardless, it was a great game, though, because, I mean, a great game, I guess, in the first half. I don't know if you want to call it more than that. But yeah, Notre Dame pulled that one off on the road, 31-13. So there were some good ones, man. The Mississippi State game was actually really good. Golly, man. The Bulldogs at Mississippi State, they're down 1-6, but they fought like hell at home. Oh my gosh. I really thought at one point in that game they were going to pull the upset. Actually, at the half, I did. When it was what was it? I think it was 14 or 17.
21-17 at halftime.
Yeah, 21-17. Sorry. I really thought Mississippi State was going to really come out. But no, Texas A&M shut the door on that one. So 34-24, Texas A&M wins that one. So anyway, I was running down some of these games here. But yeah, Teran, I mean, Illinois defeating Michigan. That was kind of hilarious because it just goes to show you that Michigan is definitely not Michigan. They had their year. Harbaugh's
not
going.
outside of the big house, they aren't.
Not outside of the big house. So, I mean, Teran, we have Navy is just destroying everyone. Obviously, they played Charlotte. Army got it done over East Carolina. So, I don't know, Teran. There was some goodies. Okay, but yeah, what were some of your highlights from week 8 last week?
Some highlights,
or some other games that you thought were pretty solid on the the recap.
Well, UCF almost beating Iowa State was a nice one. I was a little concerned for Iowa State, but I felt that Iowa State kind of had control in the second half, and UCF just regained control. UCF did all they could to try to right the ship, but unfortunately, it was just to no avail. So give credit to where credit's due to Iowa State.
Mm-hmm. That is so true. That was pretty solid, man. I mean, a good old Iowa State. The one that got me, man, NC State. Gosh damn it, Cal had that game. They had it. NC State though pulls it off with a strong 14-point fourth quarter, defeating Cal on the road in the Memorial Stadium. Oh my gosh, Berkeley, man. Oh, they're so up and down. They're 3-4 in the season now. NC State is 4-4. I don't know, dude. It's crazy. That was a pretty crazy game there to see. I mean, we talked about that. Obviously, now I love this because they're just disappearing. They're just fading into the dark. I don't care what happened last night. It doesn't even matter anymore. SC lost to Maryland, and good for them. Good for you, Maryland. SC sucks. They've proven to be a weak football team. There's nothing there. You guys are terrible. Way to just play 1 or 2 quarters every single game. I am disgusted with USC. Lincoln Riley, you suck too. Like, seriously, this team is absolute trash. The offensive line looks like these guys just seriously just eat and sleep all damn day. They do nothing up front. I mean, I'm just really, really pissed off. This defense, they couldn't stop anybody. Defensive line is getting pushed backwards. There's no sense of urgency on that damn defense. Our linebackers, horrible angles. Our DBs, way to just fall apart, guys. Seriously, way to just give up deep balls and blow your coverages. I don't even know. I mean, would you guys even have meetings? Seriously, it seems like you guys don't even have meetings. Like, that entire USC program right now, the guys are terrible. I mean, everyone looks horrible. Miller Moss, dude, I don't even want to talk about you right now. I know it's not all your fault, but your decision making is freaking horrendous sometimes. I'm just saying, look, it's been a while since we've seen a really bad USC team. We've seen some USC teams, but to me, this team is so bad because they're such a letdown. They were ranked high coming into the season. There was a lot of hype around them, and they totally shit the bed. This team is absolute trash. I hope they lose more. I mean, I don't hope they lose more games. Sorry. But I'm just saying, you know what? I hope they don't somehow end up in that 12-team college playoff and get embarrassed more. That's what I'm hoping. I hope that they just stay out, play in the freaking the Captain Crunch Bowl. Okay. please. Yeah, for the love of God, play in a bowl that no one cares about. And if you're gonna get embarrassed in that bowl game, at least you're not getting embarrassed in the 12-team playoff, because everyone's already talked enough crap and said what they got to say. USC sucks. We know that. Probably going to lose to UCLA. You know what game is going to be great this year, Teran? UCLA and USC, because they're both absolutely terrible. So yeah. What a way to fall apart, those two teams, when you enter a division that we hate. We hate the Big Ten. We've always hated the Big Ten. The Big Ten, we hate you. That's all there is to it. Thank you, dipshit, for destroying the Pac-12. You know who you are. You know his name. I'm not going to say his name on the show. He's an asshole. No one likes you piece of shit. So he destroyed the Pac-12. Now we got absorbed into the stupid Big Ten. And of all freaking years, our 2 teams down here in Southern California look horrible versus these Midwest teams that we can whip all their ass every other year. But this year we lose to these guys. Are you serious? And the East Coast teams out there, are you serious? Good for you, Oregon. Good for you, Oregon, for at least being the strong team out of the West Coast. That's like, yeah, we're not taking your crap. We're going to take down Ohio State. We're going to take down everybody. Good for you guys, because these 2 teams in here in Southern California aren't doing it. Rant over. Sorry, Teran. You suck, USC. Anyway, good.
It's all good. After that loss to Maryland, I made myself a little bit of a rap when it came to this. So I hope everyone knows this, that Stephen A. Smith had a little Webby when it came to the Dallas Cowboys. Here is my little Webby without music regarding USC. A mediocre team named USC. That's what makes this funny. How about them Trojans? How about them Trojans? Somewhere, somehow. Just wait, just watch. They gonna let you down. The accident, they gonna mess it up. Just wait. The accident, they gonna let you down. Just wait. The accident, wait. The accident, wait. The accident waiting to happen. And go happen. I predicted they were gonna be relevant, but instead, they're just a straight embarrassment. For the last 19 years, they've made me mad with the talent that they've had. It's unbelievable, man. Decent you. This is what they do. Book it. And they will show up on cue. Accident, something will go wrong. Accident, on the Coliseum Jumbotron. Accident, gotta recognize there's a black cat running around that program. Sing it with me. Accident, they gonna mess it up. Just wait. The accident, they gonna let you down. Just wait. The accident, wait. The accident, wait. The accident waiting to happen. And gonna happen. USC, you later. Okay. I'd like my Webby now, please.
That was awesome. That was awesome. That's it. It's over. Down for the count. SC is done. I mean, there were cats out there. We had a good time. That was awesome. Good serve. Good serve. That was awesome. Oh my gosh. No, it was absolutely awesome. Very, very, very funny. Oh my gosh. But yes, very well done, Teran. Actually, very well done. That was pretty damn good, actually. Yes, sir. Take a bow.
Thank you.
That was awesome. But I'll tell you that I love the truth in that. I love the truth in it. It was so much truth. Teran, this team sucks. They are so bad. Like, they suck. I'm sorry. I've never. This is the only team I cling to, Teran. It's the only team I cling to. Okay? Because I look at my teams and I'm like, oh, look at my teams. I love them all. Who do we start with? So we go on next to the Lakers. Every now and then, let's just hope for a better season. Okay. Anyway, so we're okay with basketball, kind of. We have let's see. On to baseball. Okay, well, we have the Angels there, but we know what we're getting with the Angels. And then we have the Dodgers. Cool, yay. Okay, cool. This is cool. Galaxy, sweet. If you like teams who fall apart in the last week and give up the number 1 all seed to your gosh damn rival, who has bandwagon fans all over the damn place. Screw you, LAFC. Anyway, then. But you lose at fair and square. Then we go on over to the pond, okay, and I see ducks in the pond, but they don't do anything. They just kind of sit there and they don't really do anything, So I mean, Teran, gosh, damn it! I swear, my teams are just. I look at all, and then I see USC, and I'm like, oh, it's this bright, shiny, like. Oh, thank you guys. Like, I get excited with you guys because these other guys just continually are just a letdown every year. And then I see these guys. I'm like, are you serious? So I thought the Dodgers and USC traded places this year or something. I don't know. Right? Like it's just, oh my gosh. But yeah, Teran, these guys suck. Monumentally bad. USC is absolutely really bad this year.
Yeah, it's just, this seems to be the song and dance for USC. Look good, big preseason rankings early on. Look good to start. Fall apart when it truly matters. Yeah. I hate to say this, they kind of resemble the Dallas Cowboys, except without the playoffs.
Oh my gosh, and that's saying something.
And that's kind of where I got my inspiration of the accident waiting to happen thing from.
The Cowboys are their own. Dude, I'm so sick of talking about the Cowboys on 3 and Out because they're the same story, man. If you listen to Drewski, I love what Drewski bashes these guys, man. Drewski picks against the Cowboys. Drewski straight up said about the Cowboys last Wednesday. He said that there are only 2 more winnable games on the entire schedule left in this freaking season. And I'm like, damn, like that's a real fan. I'm just saying, Drewski knows his team. I'm glad he's not going to AT&T Stadium no more this year. He doesn't need to. No, you got the Mavericks and you got the freaking Stars. They are both winning teams. Go see those teams. Go see that's why I don't go see the winning teams. Everybody out there who's USC fans right now, don't go. Don't even go. It's why. Watch. You can watch them lose to freaking Southeastern Mississippi. You know, I mean, junior college. Like, are you serious? Like, no, dude, I'm good. I'm not interested in seeing Willamette Division III come down from Oregon and whip USC's ass. I'm not interested in that. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm good with that, Teran. I'm not going to go see Glendale Community College, who wears the same exact colors that they wear, come on over to the Coliseum and put a boot in their ass. I'm sorry, Teran. I'm not going to see Modern Day High School. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Which right now, actually, I don't know. Modern Day is scary, bro. Nobody wants to see a Modern Day. Nobody. Teran, nobody. Ain't nobody. I don't even. I'm sorry. It's the truth, Teran. I mean, we're just about to get old school, man. We're gonna go Chaka Khan, man. Ain't nobody love me better. I mean, they ain't gonna love you better. They're gonna beat you. Ain't nobody beats you worse. I mean, it's the truth. Yeah.
We're gonna have parodies all over the place with USC.
Yes, we are. Yeah, Teran.
It's gonna make Kendrick Lamar's diss album against Drake look worse. Yeah.
It really is, dude. It really is. Anyway, another team, formerly Big 12, Pac-10, because I don't really claim the Pac-12. The Utah-Colorado was a money grab. But yeah, man, Arizona is falling apart to Colorado. Colorado looked pretty good. I mean, Teran, it was a crazy.
Hey, Travis Hunter's the real deal, though.
He is. The dude can ball. And you know what? I will say that a million times over. Teran, we had a cool game circled last week. Some people don't even give a crap about it, but we do. The Mean Green took on the really cool uniforms of Memphis. I'm just saying they had the same. They both were 5-1. Now the Mean Green is 5-2, and Memphis is 6-1. It was a good football game, Teran. It was a good game.
I thought it was probably the most underrated match of the week, if not the best unranked unranked versus unranked game.
I mean, they were so mean, and those uniforms were so cool. I mean, I guess it was awesome. You know, I felt like when Frank Caliendo does John Madden talk about Brett Favre. The universe is gonna explode. It was really cool. It was a great game. I really enjoyed it. Good deal, man. Memphis pulls this thing off at home. It was a hell of a game, man. How about Florida knocking off Kentucky, dude?
All right, I was wrong about this one. I'm sorry. I should have listened to you and Pop.
Pop, man, he ain't here today, but dude, that was a fun show with him last week, man. Maybe I'll stop by today at some point. But that was a good game. We had a Colorado battle here. Colorado State taking on Air Force. Air Force, man, when the other two service academies are doing really good, Air Force is nowhere to be found. I remember I'm dating myself, Teran, but I'm going back to when I was in college. Air Force was the thing, man. Air Force in the Mountain West, they were kicking everyone's ass, dude. We're talking like 2007, 8, 9, 10. Air Force was really good back then. Now they're not. They're 1-6, and yeah. But regardless, though, and then UNLV knocking. We talked about that, defeating Oregon. That was really good. UNLV kind of fell off recently. TCU though over Utah was very impressive to me. That's impressive. Yeah, Utah's got some ballers, man, and TCU pulled that thing off on the road, by the way.
Yeah, Utah's never an easy place to win at, so I think TCU does deserve a lot of credit. I forgot that game was at Utah since, well, Utah is very strong at home.
Very. I love it. I think it was a really fun deal. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that game. And then, of course, we talked about this past week, man. Well, obviously, we have our Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays games. So, South Alabama over Troy. We have some Fun Belt Conference USA thing going down here. South Alabama over Troy. We have Mid Tennessee over Kennesaw State. New Mexico over La Tech. Sorry, West Kentucky over Sam Houston. That's right. They just came up from Double A. UTEP. Oh my gosh, they won a football game. I mean, oh my goodness, the first freaking game they've won all year. They're now 1-6, defeating Florida International. Good job for them, 30-21. Another first one, I think, another first victory. Actually, no, we didn't. Sorry. Kennesaw State is 0-6. Sorry, I thought somebody won another first game, but they didn't. That was Tuesday and Wednesday. Then we go on to Thursday. Marshall over Georgia State and Virginia Tech over Boston College. It's actually a pretty good game. A little ACC battle there. Virginia Tech wins 42-21. And then we get on to yesterday. Of course. Oh, I'm sorry. That was last week. Sorry, that was last week. Sorry, Teran. Okay, now we get on to this week. Of the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday game. Sorry. So once again, that was last week. So moving forward to this week, we had Sam Houston. Hey, they look the poor Florida International. They lose again. But yeah, Sam Houston defeats them. We get La Tech over UTEP. Oh, sorry, UTEP. They won last week, but not this week. Kennesaw State. Now that's where I saw it. Kennesaw State finally gets a victory. Yay! They beat Liberty. I don't know how they did it, but they did. Yay! Because Liberty was actually 5-0 going into this game, and they lost to a team with no wins. Liberty, how do you feel? I'm just saying, wow, that's insane. That is insane. Kennesaw State was 0-6. Liberty was 5-0, and Kennesaw State wins this thing 27-24 at home. Good for those guys, man. Jacksonville State over Mid Tennessee, and then of course on Thursday, Pittsburgh. Number 19, Pittsburgh over Syracuse. Rough go for Syracuse, man, but Pitt, they look good. 41-13. Old Dominion smacked Georgia Southern 47-19. And then yesterday, Teran, oh my goodness, just when we thought UNLV was really, really, really coming on this way, this wasn't to be, bro. Number 17, Boise State, man, BSU, these fools, man, and by a guy by the name of Mr. Ashton Jeanty, and I really hope I'm saying his name right because we've been talking about him all year. Yeah, they whipped their ass. UNLV didn't quite have it last night, and that's okay. But man, UNLV, there wasn't an ass whooping, but 29-24. Scoreless fourth quarter, except for that very ending there, scoring 6. Boise State wins that game on the road. Both teams are now, Boise 6-1, UNLV 6-2. Louisville defeated Boston College 31-27, and then, like I said, like it even matters. But USC, hosted Rutgers and beat them 42-20. And that, by the way, guys, in that game, it was actually pretty close too at one point in that game. So I'm just saying, no one cares, but good for you, USC. You're 4-4. 4-4, you freaking gigantic letdown. You're 4-4. Yeah. Anyway, Rutgers, you're 4-4, but you guys suck. So anyway, Teran, any thoughts on any of these games this week?
Well, yeah, Rutgers. Remember when they started 4-0? They've now lost four straight.
0-4.
The former Queensmen are who we thought they were.
I'm sorry, that's funny. Yeah, these guys are just, they fell from grace. What do you do? They're not that good. But womp womp womp. But anyway, whatever. Let's go ahead and do this.
Wait, can I also make note of one more thing? Old Dominion's quarterback Colton Joseph. I actually got to cover his senior year in high school, so he was phenomenal against Georgia Southern.
You know what? You gotta love that. That's awesome. Yeah, these guys actually played pretty good. I mean, 47-29. He went off too, dude. Like they had a pretty good deal. Like they had a really good game, man. Shoot, that's right. Look at him from Newport. And then freshman. How about that? That's pretty solid, man. Came up out, did his thing. 20 for 26. Very good rating there. 304 yards and 4 touchdowns. Okay. Yeah, he had a good game. Shit. Colton Joseph, dude. I'm watching one of the replays right now. This dude's just throwing the damn ball wherever he wants to. Gojo.
That's his nickname.
I love it. Well, Kojo's he lit those fools up last night. I'll tell you right now, it was nasty. Hats off to him, man. Good job to that young man. Got a great victory for his team last night. Good job. Teran, let's take ourselves a quick break, man. I'm going to go to the Keurig because the Keurig is a happy place. And when we get back on here, we are going to jump on in to some 3C2A. Well, actually, some high school 3C2A and JCAA. You guys know the spiel. It's about that time. You are listening to 3 and Out College Edition right here on IE Sports Radio. Your direct feed for all that is sports. Will be right back after this.
Sports fans, do you like teams that are tough, cities that are tougher, and fan bases that are passionate about their teams? How about teams that are historic and stadiums that are iconic? Then you belong in Chicago, and you need to check out Chi-Town Weekly. Join me, Adam Kernan, every week as we keep up with all things Chicago sports. Bears, Bulls, Blackhawks, Cubs, White Sox. We'll cover them all, plus more. The Windy City is always buzzing, and we'll keep you up on all the big games and major stories. So tune in to Chi-Town Weekly every week right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Are you a fan of Buffalo sports? Are you thinking of changing loyalties and becoming a Buffalo sports fan? Do you even know where Buffalo is on the map? Did you know Canada is closer to Buffalo than New York City? Welcome to the Buffalo Huddle, every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 4 p.m. Pacific Coast Time on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. I'm your host, Patty Bax. This is a podcast designed for you, the passionate sports fan. I know you love your sports. Who doesn't? I cover Buffalo sports and so much more by bringing in the human elements. I call it Buffalo Sports with a Twist. Join me as we take a journey into the world of Buffalo sports. I guarantee you'll fall in love with Buffalo just like I did. Each week we start with an inspiration, question of the day, a Buffalo fun fact, and our weekly challenge to you, the listener. Come huddle up with me every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 4 p.m. Pacific Coast Time for the Buffalo Huddle with Patty Bax on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. As we say in Buffalo, go Bills!
They also say go Bulls. They do. They love their Bulls over there. They are fans of those beauty Bulls. So hats off to the Bulls. Patty Bax over there going to them games. Her and Fran. Congratulations. Happy birthday to her, by the way. My goodness. What else? Happy anniversary for her and Fran. That is awesome. So we're happy to have her aboard. She is doing her thing. Tune in on Tuesdays, you guys. She does a great job. As always, Mr. Adam Karnick on Mondays, right before Mr. Teran Rodriguez takes the airwaves, man, doing his thing on set point. Gotta love that Monday crew. Patty, a part of that Tuesday crew. So, Teran, let's go ahead and jump on, man. We appreciate you guys tuning once again, man. Make sure to follow the show app, 3 and Out, CEIE. Of course, spelled out, all spelled out, 3 and Out. CEIE. And of course, you can follow my boy Teran over here, Matt. Teran Rodriguez, 1, all spelled out. And you can follow me, your boy there. Be at the THEE_LB53. Show some love, man. We definitely appreciate it because you guys are cool like that. We thank you for tuning in and being a part of the show. We got a good minute to go, man. We got to push through some high school, but let's just call it what it is. Teran, there's no sugarcoating this, dude. There's no other way to say this, but Mater Dei is the best damn high school football team on this planet. Like, they're oh my gosh. Like, Teran, we've been building up Mater Dei versus St. John Bosco since the beginning of the season. We low-key even looked, well, we didn't look past Bishop Gorman. We knew that was going to be fun because that was 1 versus 2 as well. We knew that was going to be huge. We knew that was going to be a big decider. And they beat them, 31-14 or something like that? Like, it was a good game, okay? And, the Gales came and they played. The defending champions fell to Mater Dei. And, Mater Dei was like, yeah, that's right. That's what I thought. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. I mean, I'm sure it weren't like that, like cocky. But I'm just saying, like, Mater Dei, they won that game. We picked them. But last night, dude, number 1 versus number 2, St. John Bosco comes to town to play these Monarchs. And boy, did the Braves leave beat down, man. 59-14. Let me repeat that. Number 1 versus number 2. They're only separated by like 15, 16 miles. Okay. Santa Ana and good old Bellflower. Teran, this was ugly. Oh my gosh, this was ugly. Mater Dei absolutely destroyed St. John Bosco. I mean, Coach Negro is a great guy. I know he holds his composure. He's very professional. But last night he had to have been a little ticked, man. I mean, his boys looked good, but they didn't look that good. So I don't know if he's just like, I don't know if he's like, we could have played better. Or if he was just like, we're really good, but they're like, they're like really good. So I don't know, Teran, what do you think, man?
I think it's the case of Mater Dei being really good. I don't think Bosco is bad by any standards.
No.
I just think that Mater Dei is such a wagon, and they are just going to roll past everybody.
Yeah.
They'll make a really good team like Bosco look like, I don't know, maybe like an average team.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, remember the longest yard? He makes fast guys look not fast. Like, I mean, that's what it was, Teran. I mean, it was, gosh, dang it. Teran, I don't even know what to say about this game. It was ugly. It was a beatdown, dude. This game solidifies that no one is going to beat Mater Dei. I don't care. You could bring anybody. I'm a fan of Duncanville. I'm a fan of DeSoto. Bring those Texas teams on over. They're not winning. I just don't see it. No, they're not winning. Chaminade, Madonna, they're still good in my opinion. Even though they dropped a little bit, they're not winning either. IMG Academy, they barely beat a team. Well, we'll talk about them last night, but they're not winning that game either. Anybody, Melton, you can bring on number 3 from Georgia. I'm not doing this to be an a-hole. No one's beating Mater Dei, dude. Like, they've already beaten the best that there is. And to me, that was Bishop Gorman and St. John Bosco. Teran, Mater Dei they're on a whole other level, man.
I agree. They're just weed whacking opponents left and right.
Yeah. Like, seriously. If high school had Mater Dei would be in those number 1s. But if Mater Dei right now was in like Division 3 And like you have like those Wisconsin teams defeating Division II schools, like that would be modern day right now. They'd be chomping away at those higher, like the stronger, bigger divisions. Like this team they're unreal. They are truly the juggernaut of high school football right now. Teran, it was 11-0 in the first quarter. At the half, it was 45-0, man. St. John Bosco scored 14 points in the third. They actually did win the third. No, they didn't. They scored 7 points. I'm sorry. They scored a touchdown apiece in the third and fourth quarter. They won the fourth quarter. They did. They won. They got 7, and Bardet had already had their 49 points. But obviously, Coach pulled the dogs off. I mean, at that point in time, you got dudes that are your starters are sitting, they're drinking water, they're already rehabbing. You know what I mean? Like you're getting ready for next week. Their youngsters got some playtime last night, man. It was just really, really, really excited, and overall, Teran, it goes to show you, man, modern day is the real deal. Take a look at some of these dudes, man. I mean, my goodness. What do you think right now, man? Who is one of the dudes that you're looking at right now off of this team?
Dash, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I think it's like Briley.
I think it's Braley, yeah.
Yeah, Briley. He is phenomenal. It's only his first year at Modern Day, and he looks like he's been there for like all 4 years.
Yeah, that's insane. I didn't even know he was that young. That's incredible, man. Like, well, he's a senior, but I'm just saying his first year there. But that's incredible, man. Yeah, 32.2 yards a game. That's his average. I mean, that's insane. He's getting his rushing total. I mean, he's already there. Jordan Davison, we know this guy is really good.
Oh, yeah.
98.7 yards a game. This dude's he's averaging nearly 100 yards a game, Teran. Why? Like no one's touching this guy, man. Like this is insane.
And Marty's got some young star defensive players that are stepping up too. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh, you're good, dude. But by all means, cut away, man. No, this team is just they're unreal. Oh my gosh, seeing what these guys have done, how they've done it. I mean, it is huge. And these guys, like I said, they're coming to a college near you, man. It's really cool to see these youngsters get out there and ball the way they have. And it's real. Darius Dixon, by the way, I don't know if you knew this, Darren, he actually committed to Penn State. Yeah, he what we got there? Oh, peace out, good sir. Thank you for sticking around. You're just getting close to midnight, so thank you very much, Mr. Yukio, for tuning in, brother. Appreciate you, man. But yeah, yeah, Darius Dixon out of Modern Day. Yep, he actually committed in the summer to Penn State, so he's gonna go play some corner for those guys over there. Big ups to him, man. Right now I'm just trying to find the list for some of these guys, even though I know some of them are already committed. But Marcus Harris, wide receiver, he is committed to Oklahoma, which is pretty cool. So big ups to him. As I said, Modern Day, this team is just absolutely phenomenal. They're full of these freaking 4- and 5-star players. Another guy here, Abdul Sanders, the inside linebacker. He is headed to Alabama, which is awesome. So, I mean, these guys are they're headed around the country, man. Modern Day is rich in college football, man. These guys are going to be sprinkled throughout the nation. And they're just going to go off and do some huge things, man. So hats off to these guys, and just congratulations to all these players. But yeah, man, last night, just a total blowout. It was everything. It wasn't everything that we thought it was going to be, Teran. I mean, what are we talking about? We were talking like a 7-point or a 3-point game last week.
Yep.
And this was anything but that. So,
or at least an instant classic.
Yeah, we were hoping for an instant classic, but this was an instant beatdown. I mean, this was just really, really bad. And once again, it just goes to show you how good this team really is. So, Teran, what makes this team so special that you can see?
I think it's Raul Lara. I think the head coach of Modern Day, he was hired late in like April or May, but he's really turned that program around. Now, it helps that he has a lot of good experience, like with St. Anthony, Warren, Long Beach Poly. He really does have a lot of experience, and that does pay dividends. And everyone, whether it's the media, whether it's other coaches, they say a lot of good things about Raul Lara. His positivity, his upbeat attitude, the list goes on and on. He just really brings that energy to his team.
And that is huge, man. The guy does amazing things. Like I said, look at these guys, man. There's still more, Teran. If you look at it, Chuck McDonald, corner out of the other corner, is going to Alabama. Jordan Davison, the guy we just talked about, averaging 100 yards a game. Do you know where he's going, Teran?
Wasn't it like Oregon?
Oh, he's going to Oregon, baby. He's going to get 6 foot, 215 pounds already. That's a big boy. He's going to go run the rock for the Ducks. I mean, that is amazing to see. I mean, Teran, these guys are going, man. Nazir Wyatt, you know where he's going?
Oh, yeah. He is also committed to Oregon, too.
He is going to Oregon.
God, Mario Cristobal is recruiting really well.
Yeah, he is.
I don't want to hear the excuses of Oregon losing in the national championship. If they can't win with that talent eventually, then something's wrong.
Yeah. Cristobal, he is doing everything. I mean, this guy is insanely good. So, I mean, we see these guys that are headed on over, and once again, this is what he does. I'm so excited to see how well these guys do in the future. But right now, they're kicking ass and doing really well too. But yeah, Teran, I mean, that just goes to show you this team is freakishly good. They're jam-packed with talent. It's awesome. It is really awesome to see this, man. So hats off to Mater Dei for dominating. Hats off to these guys headed to where they're headed, man. I mean, this is just, yeah. So anyway, Teran, look at the rest of high school football here. We have the rest of. So number 2, obviously, they would fall. Now to Mater Dei, they are now 8-1 on the year. So womp womp. Sorry for those guys. That sucks. Number 3, Milton. They're now 9-0. They defeated 24 last night. So hats off to those guys. Number 3 is probably going to go to number 2 now. Duncanville, number 7, defeated Horn on the road 52-7. Duncanville is definitely going to be moving on up. Bishop Gorman, well, they destroyed Desert Pines last night, 61-0. So they're definitely moving on up. The IMG Academy. We got to talk about these guys real quick, Teran, because I am not going to hate. But the number 44 team in the country, Teran, they're number 1 in Illinois, but the East St. Louis Flyers of Illinois, they're 5-0 in their conference, nationally ranked number 44. Teran, IMG Academy. Yeah, you know IMG Academy. They're up here in the top 10. They've only lost 1 game this year. IMG Academy is a nasty good team. And guess what, Teran? Freaking East St. Louis Senior High School took these guys to overtime. IMG Academy had to win this thing 14-13 in overtime. Teran, is that just a really, really good job by the Flyers, or is this just a slip up here by IMG Academy? Regardless, what are you thinking of that one, man?
Yeah, I think it was just a great job by East St. Louis. You don't really have much to lose if you're facing IMG unless you're ranked ahead of them. I will say, you got to feel bad for the kicker. The missed PAT just hurts. Now, you wonder, if he makes that PAT, does IMG go for 2, or do they just kick the extra point to play double OT? But either way, I think IMG would have won in overtime regardless of made extra point or not. I just think they're a wagon of a team, but you have to give credit to St. Louis. Held them to 7 points in regulation and 14 points overall, and that is something you will never see IMG Academy held to unless they're facing like a Mater Dei or maybe a Bosco or something of that sort.
Which is very true. This is just one of those deals, man. The IMG Academy, that was a rough one. But hats off to the Flyers, man. East St. Louis, that was really, really big for those guys, man. And just really cool to see that. So, Teran, we have here moving forward. Let's see here. My computer's being slow. Okay, here we go. Sorry. Okay. Carrollton out of Georgia is now 9-0. They defeated East Coweta 63-10 on the road. Yeah, Bishop Gorman should probably fall to like 6 around there, right? Probably right before Carrollton, I'm not sure. But North Shore, man, they're now 8-0. They defeated Atascosa 27-23. Another big victory there. Mission Viejo 9-0. They defeated Edison 49-24. I'm sure you have something to say about that in a few seconds here. But then rounding up the top 10, North Crowley. We know them from defeating DeSoto this year and moving it up. That really put them on the map. Defeated Boswell on the road 67-0 last night. And there you have it. So, Teran, what a week for the top 10. Close call in there. Obviously, 1 versus 2. Somebody's got to lose, but they're all looking strong. They're all looking good. Teran, how about these top 10 teams, man?
Yeah, it was a great week for high school football. Again, I was just blown away that Monterey just had such a great answer for St. John Bosco. Looking at the Mission Viejo Edison game, I actually was going to go to this one, but one of my other buddies, he wanted to take this one, which I guess is fine. But Mission Viejo, early on, they kind of, I wouldn't say they struggled, but they were neck and neck with Edison until they started figuring out Edison's one true strength, the run game. Mm-hmm. Number 9, Julius Gillick of Edison has just been a workhorse. And once Mission Viejo caught on to him and how they were running the Wildcat with him, it was pretty much Mission Viejo's game to lose right there. And nothing against Edison, but I kind of figured that this was going to be the case with Mission Viejo, because let's be honest, they're a top 10 team, and Mission Viejo is just, they're beating a lot of good teams, and they're battle tested, and they're just too physical. So all in all, for Mission Viejo, it was a very good statement win right there in their league, and they pretty much are in control of their own destiny in terms of winning the league title. Now next week, it should, for some reason they lose, that could affect their seeding.
Yeah. And that is true.
In terms of the playoffs. But if they beat Los Alamitos, then they're looking at either the 3 seed or the 2 seed in terms of the CIF Division I playoffs in the southern section.
Yeah, which is pretty crazy, right? I mean, my goodness. The SEC, right?
The SEC of public schools. That's what the Alpha League is.
I love it, man. No, some good football there, man. I'll tell you, this is pretty cool. I'm really excited for this, and I really hope that I don't know, man. I'm excited for Mission Viejo. I think Mission Viejo can finish in the top 10 somewhere.
Chad Johnson has done an excellent job with that program.
Ocho Cinco?
Oh no, not that Ocho Cinco.
Not that Chad Johnson.
Yeah, but if you recall, I think Mission Viejo has won. They've won 9 straight this year. I think they've won like 16 or 17 in a row, dating back to last season where they wound up winning state.
That's crazy, man. Well,
and the CIF Southern Section Division II championship.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Well, let's go ahead and jump on over now, man. We are all finished. Anything else to end with high school football?
No, I'm good.
All righty, but let's go ahead and roll on over to some college now. Junior college, if you will, the 3C2A colleges of California. Teran, well, let's just, put it on out there. Last week, man, it was fun. We had some fun ones. I can definitely attest to this. This was a cool week of college football, man. First things first, let's roll on over and talk about some of these lighter games. We talked about last week, Compton and College of the Desert. Somebody was going to get their first victory, and it was Desert. They won 28-8 at home. Big ups to those guys, man. They finally got a nice little win there. Mount Sac. Oh my gosh. They keep on doing it. They defeated a pretty good pretty good Cerritos team, which I thought, I mean, well, not pretty good. They were okay, but they just went ahead and stomped out Cerritos 61-14. Number one in the country, is looking real good. Mount San Jacinto, well, they they hosted Southwestern, and Southwestern got beat down, man, 45-3. Mount San Jacinto now 4-2 on the year. Congratulations to these guys. They took on RCC not too long ago. They're taking on the big wigs. They played Mount Sac this year. Those are the two losses they got in their schedule. But hey, if those are your only two losses from the other two best teams in Southern California, and then defeat Fullerton, you know what? Mount San Jacinto has come a long way. Palomar, man, they got it done over Saddleback 20-14 last week. Good job for those guys. Good old RCC gets it done over Grossmont, man. They took that trip all the way down to San Diego and left with a big victory, 62-10. Congratulations to those guys getting it done, man. Big ups to Riverside Community College, alma mater. Let's go Tigers. Citrus gets himself an automatic victory because, of course, as you know, San Bernardino has canceled their season. So we get a start on next season, I guess. American River defeats Shasta. Good ups to the Arc, man. 33-22. Solid game there. And then, of course, Modesto. This was the game of the week for us last week. Modesto coming in hot. They had their, I don't know, they were weird. Modesto was up and down. They defeated earlier this year, defeated a very good San Mateo team. And now, I don't know. But Modesto, they were, I think, number 8, if I'm not mistaken. They were somewhere over there. And they were playing a pretty solid football team there in Fresno City, who I think was top 5 from last week. They were like somewhere around there. Regardless, this is that all done. And, well, Modesto gets that victory 31-27. Nice victory there. So, yeah, Teran, it was a pretty good day. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Victor Valley defeating Santa Ana. They get their first victory of the year there. I don't know, Teran, any other games you want to throw out there for the 3C2A?
Well, I got to throw this game out there. Palomar beating Saddleback. I don't think anyone saw this one coming.
Pretty good game. Pretty good game. Palomar looked okay. And Saddleback, Saddleback is they're just very awkward this year. I don't really know when to pick them or when not to pick them. Yeah,
Bring back the goats.
Yeah, I'm with it, man. I don't know. Bobcats, I guess. Let's go. I mean, they're doing their thing, but yeah, big ups to these guys, man. Good old Palomar. I will say though, they got a monster over there, man. Maurice Rodriguez. I don't know if you know him or not. He's
not related to me. I can assure you that.
Well, he also he spells his last name with an S at the end, not a Z.
Oh, never mind then.
So there you go. Yeah, he 6'7", 320-pounder, man, coming on out of Saddleback College. He's originally from Pasadena, and he's going to Texas Tech, actually. He committed to Texas Tech as a 3-star, so good for him, man. Love to see some of these guys heading on out, But yeah, Teran, this has just been a crazy year, man, in the 3C2A. As for right now, though, we know who the top dogs are right now. I mean, there is no substitute, no nothing, man. They cannot be
nobody.
No, that's right. That's Keith Sweat today. We're getting it, man. Because that's what I'm talking about. We know, man. Mount San Antonio right now is supreme. I hate to say it. They're rivals of RCC. But the current top 5 right now, we have Mount Sac, Mount San Antonio, of course, Butte, Riverside, Ventura, and then tied for 5th, Golden West and San Mateo. So, man, Teran, this is good. The rest of the top 10, 7, we have here San Diego Mesa, Modesto at 8, Fresno at 9, and 10, El Camino. So, yeah, Teran, it's a good, crazy year, man. But as of right now, I guess, man, Mount Sac is playing on another level. But we'll see. So on Thursday, Mount Sac, I've never seen them play a Thursday game. I don't know. Maybe I haven't kept up with them enough. But they played ELAC. This was really jacked up. Good old East Los Angeles, 51-7. Mount San Antonio is now 7-0 on the season. So they're staying number 1. And they defeated ELAC. They gave them their 7th loss of the year. ELAC is now 1-7. So the Huskies are probably just wanting the season to end at this point, putting up 21 points in the first quarter alone. So, yeah, number one is number one. And then on yesterday, actually, we had two teams that weren't very good. We have here the 1-5 San Francisco Rams, obviously the community college team, taking on the 2-4 Laney Eagles. And well, though both these teams have won a national championship in the last 5 to 6 years, they're both 2-5 now as the Rams defeat the Eagles 38-7 last night. So San Francisco rolls on, and then on to today's game. So Darren, today Golden West, they won. Golden West won today. We haven't even started, and they already won.
Do they still have time to play Bishop Sycamore?
That was pretty good. That was a good one. Good old Mount San Antonio. They're playing.
I'm sorry.
That was good. They're playing good old San Bernardino, which obviously they spin the program, so that's over with. Fullerton and Palomar going head to head here. Foothill and San Mateo. So yeah, I mean Modesto and Reedley could be a lot of fun. Orange Coast Pirates taking on the Long Beach Vikings, if you will. At Memorial Stadium, homecoming for the Vikings. Oh, that's a fun one there. Southwestern takes on Riverside. That's really sad. That's not even fair. That's poor Southwestern. That's not even, well, who knows? But they're playing them today. We got Santa Ana and Compton. Oh, poor Compton. Cerritos and Citrus for Citrus's homecoming. Desert at Chaffee. San Diego Mesa. Ooh, that's a good game. San Diego Mesa at Mount San Jacinto. That should be a pretty good game right there. I like that one. Grossmont and Saddleback. I'm sure Saddleback hopefully will win this one. I mean, at least for their sanity. Santa Barbara, El Camino, Antelope Valley, and Ventura. We got some good ones today, Darren.
I'm sorry, what?
We got some good ones today.
Oh yeah, we do.
So what are you thinking? What are some of your favorites here?
Maybe Grossmont Saddleback, but I think San Diego Mesa Mount San Jacinto is the one to keep an eye on for.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out.
I agree. Mount San Jacinto currently number 19 in the country. Like I said, their only two losses are to freaking Mount San Antonio and Riverside. So, and they beat Fullerton this year. So, they're pretty good. And this is a big test. They're taking on number 7 San Diego Mesa. If they were to pull this thing off, Darren, they'll be pretty damn good. I think they'll be in good. They might even move into the top 15, maybe 12,
perhaps.
So, but yeah, Darren. So with that said, I don't know. I mean, I guess if I had to pick a game of the day, it has to be San Diego Mesa and Mount San Jacinto. The rest of them aren't too appealing. I mean, they should be good, but
let's see how Palomar does against Fullerton after a big win over Saddleback.
Wouldn't that be something, man? I mean, that's a early game coming up, actually. So should be fun. I'm looking forward to these games here today. We'll see if we can throw some links out there for you guys on our Twitter page. So yeah, good stuff. Seriously exciting football, man, because, well, that's what it comes down to. We love our sport. So let's go ahead and roll on now, Taryn. Any last thoughts? Oh, we got some. Oh, let's go. Mikey Two Guns. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, man, this was good. We talked about this earlier in the show, but Boston College just, I don't even know what the hell happened to those guys last night. But it was good, Mikey Two Guns. But yeah, Taryn, I'll tell you, dude, this has been a fun deal in the 3C2A. Let's go on over to the NJCAA, Taryn, and talk about last week because, well, I mean, I still can't get over those two different divisions, Division 1 and Division 3. I still can't get over that. That's just kind of weird, very weird to me. I don't know. Is it weird to you? Because it's weird to me, Taryn. I guess I don't know. But anyway. But yeah, so getting on over to last week, man, we had a couple of games that we thought were going to be fun, and they were. Garden City defeated Butler. We said that would be pretty good, and it was. I'm an idiot. I said that Tyler and Cisco would be pretty good, and it was anything but good. Tyler just shut out Cisco 40-0, beat those guys out. I've been making a big deal of Hens College, obviously. because, a couple weeks ago, that awesome walk-off touchdown by a former Hens player from the Falcons right now. I thought that was pretty cool. But I built that one up too much, I guess. Hens just didn't get it done. We have here Snow just getting it done for 80-0 last week on Pacific North in college. 80 points, dude. Snow. Yeah, they snowed these guys, man. I mean, it was pretty nasty. The other Texas matchup that I was really, really, really pushing for last week that I was like, yeah, this is a good Texas game. It wasn't a good Texas game. Well, I mean, it was, I guess, but Kilgore just was the better team, though, flat out. 26-13. I guess, you got to look at it more, but Kilgore defeating Trinity on the road. Good for those guys. Solid victory, man. Just trying to move up in the rankings. Hutchinson, the game that we thought was probably going to be a little lopsided, and it was. Hutchinson defeating Coffeyville 40-17 on the road. Spoiling Coffeyville's homecoming. Why would you schedule the number 1 overall team in the country for homecoming, Teran? Why would you do that? Why?
Maybe they had no one else on their homecoming. It just is that way sometimes, just because sometimes you have like senior night or I'm sorry, what did I say senior night? Sophomore night. And then you also have other events happening, like maybe breast cancer awareness, first responders night, etc., etc.
Dude, right? I mean, oh man, why would you do that? Why would you put number 1 as your homecoming? Oh my gosh, you're an idiot. But yeah, but of course, Mikey Two Guns last year, keeping an eye on Riverside, man, all the way from Boston. Appreciate it, man. I hope they repeat. They lost this year, already won, but they're number 3 in the nation. I don't know, man. Our rivals looking pretty good this year. We just talked about those guys, but damn it, man. 3C2A action, but NJCAA, Teran, yeah, golly, man. Iowa Western defeated Independence. Got a nice victory there, 21-10. And really, that was it, Teran. Iowa Central, now they want to start playing good. Obviously, they're playing against Ellsworth, which, I think they're much better than 58-7. They beat them last week. So, Teran, last week was just, cool. We had some games. Great. Actually, we had a Sunday game last week, too, where Highland defeated Benedictine 48-21. But on to this past week, we had some Thursday games. Not going to knock Hens too hard because they defeated Pearl River 34-27 in overtime. The Mississippi schools love their Thursday night games. East Mississippi, the original Last Chance U, defeated Mississippi Delta 49-0. Also, Northwest Mississippi Community College defeated Holmes Community College 37-35. So, Jones over South Mississippi 37-31. And there you have it. Itawamba had a nice game last night, defeating Northeast Mississippi 17-0, and East Central defeated Copia Lincoln 31-14. So off to today, Teran. We know that we got some goodies here. We got some, looking at some of these schools once again, keeping you guys in the loop with where some of these guys are going. Kilgore's own Chris Marshall. We already talked about him committing to Boise as a junior wide receiver over there. Really big ups to him, man. I'm really looking forward to seeing this dude play. Looks like Antonio Alfano, he is at Lackawanna College right now, D-line, 6'4", 280 pounds. He has a list here of either Charlotte, looks like, FAMU, that's cool, Jacksonville State, Liberty, or, believe it or not, Teran, the U. He might go to the U. So, appreciate you, brother. Yeah, we do our best, man. We love doing this. This is so much fun. I enjoy doing this on video. This is what we do, y'all. It's what we do. So, you guys, I'll tell you, this school has some incredible feats. I don't know. I gotta tell you, I'm really, 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 really happy to see some of these guys going where they are. Lackawanna, they're putting dudes out there. I seen a couple other guys on the feed earlier with different places to go. But anyway, so hats off to those guys. But regardless, let's go ahead and do it and move forward and talk about some of the games today, Teran. So with all of that, you know who's who now. Actually, you can pull up their top real quick. But what do you think? They're at least their top 10 or top 15. But as of right now, I'm looking through these games. I see a couple of fun ones. Butler at Hutchinson. I don't know why. I feel like Butler could come and challenge these guys a little bit. Iowa Western still hanging on. Again, Teran, I mean, I don't even know why we do a segment anymore. I think we kind of know it's going to be Iowa Western and Hutchinson again. Right? I mean, do you feel that way?
Yep.
So, I don't know, Teran, but what do you think? Matchups this week that you're looking forward to in the NJCAA?
I think Georgia Military and Snow looks pretty good too. Let's see if Snow can drop 80 on another team. They can drop 80 on a small school like they played last week, but let's see how they do against an actual solid team like Georgia Military.
Who else can they snow on? That was like a blizzard last week, bro. They got jacked
Driving
up.
snow.
Yeah. So currently from 15 to 11, we have Coffeyville, East Central, Butler, Tyler, and Navarro. Then we have from 10 to 6, Lackawanna, Kilgore, Northwest Mississippi, Mississippi Gulf Coast, and Holmes. And then we have current top 5, Garden City, Snow, Georgia Military, Iowa Western, and Hutchinson. So there you have it, man. Current top 5. Doing our thing. And there you have it. So, Teran, I don't know. I think if I got to pick a game of the week this week, I am definitely, I want to say Kilgore and Tyler, but that was Tyler. I don't know. Maybe that one could be a good one. I really do think that I'm going to go Iowa Western and Garden City. And if somehow, some way, Iowa Western screws this thing up and loses this game, oh my gosh. But right now, obviously, Georgia Military and Snow, as you said earlier, Teran, that's number 3 versus number 4. So, that is awesome. That is going to be fun to watch.
No one's getting blown out 80-0 in that game.
No, and if they do not deserve to be in the top 15. I'm sorry. Like, you need to be completely flushed out. You need to do San Bernardino. San Bernardino College for you. You need to
or Bishop Sycamore. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't.
That's one BS high school, Teran. It's one BS high school. I'll tell you that. I'm sorry, Teran. Teran is now coughing.
It's all good.
Not feeling the best over there.
Some sort of laugh.
All right, but yeah, Teran's the man over there, feeling pretty good, man. Appreciate you. Well, not feeling good actually, but still doing the show, man. So much appreciation to you, good sir, for still being here today. But let's shift on over, Teran. We only got like 40 minutes left here in the show. So NAIA football, man. Teran, this past week, let's take a look at the NAIA.org and take a look at some of these players of the week. So from this past week, what do we have? So players of the week. NAIA football offense player of the week, Jake Humphrey of Montana Western, sophomore running back. Humphrey rushed for 215 yards and 5 touchdowns in a 42-27 victory. The last time a Bulldog ran for over 200 yards came in 2021. So, hey, a couple of years ago, he made this thing happen. The sophomore had 20 carries and averaged 10.8 yards per carry. Awesome. Then we have defensive player of the week, Hunter Peck out of Carroll of Montana. You know that school, man. We've talked about those guys. Senior linebacker, led the team in tackles with 10 in a 24-19 victory over Eastern Oregon. Oh, that's a tough game, man. Eastern Oregon, that was a good one. Registered 3 tackles for a loss of total 23 yards and 2 sacks. Wow. And then collected his 100th career tackle as he currently owns 109 career stops. Congratulations to them. And then, of course, special teams player of the week, we have Kamari Geddes out of Friends University, Teran. You know, because how many of us have them? Friends, Teran.
France, like Franz Ferdinand. France.
I love it. Yeah, good old Friends. But they sophomore defensive back here, following sophomore defensive back Kamari Geddes once again. So following a block of potential game-winning field goal, he returned it 77 yards for a touchdown to give Friends a 37-31 win.
Oh, Friends. Oh,
Friends.
Sorry.
Yeah, Teran, Friends.
I'm sorry, like Friends, like the
Friends,
like the show Friends.
Friends.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Friends University, Teran. Friends.
Yeah, y'all are gonna have to forgive me.
Don't you love
Me
it?
not being up to snuff is really
Mike,
kind of hindered me. And thank you, Mikey.
you are the Cal Ripton. Ripkin, oh, you're the man. I appreciate you, Mikey, for tuning in, brother. But yeah, man, so this is pretty crazy. So he did that. Okay, following a block of a potential game-winning field goal. He returned it 77 yards for a touchdown to give Friends a 37-31 win over number 21 Southwestern Kansas. As time expired. That's amazing. Walk-off touchdown. He's looking a little bit like Freddie Freeman last night, Teran. I don't know, but hey, I like
Or
that.
Will Hill from the Baltimore Ravens after that blocked field goal that one year. I think it was the 0-16 year for the Browns.
It was, I believe so. It was. So yeah. So played well. Play was featured as a fantastic finish on ESPN College Football Final. That's awesome. And win kept Friends undefeated on the season. That is awesome, man. Well, hey, they got Friends over there, man. So that's really cool. Congratulations to those three players getting it done, man. All right, Teran, let's go ahead and jump on into this week of football in the NAIA, or at least last week. Talk a little bit about that. Yeah, Teran. Really, it just came down to this week was all grit because there were some teams who really went out and made some things happen, man. Looking at this overall at the rankings right now, currently we have here where are they at? There they are. So the current rankings right now from 25 to 21, we have Cumberland. Let's see here. Cumberland, Owls, we have, let's see, St. Francis, there we go, and Southeastern, as well as Dickinson State. From 20 to 16, Evangel, Friends at number 19, Marion, Baker, Bethel. From 15 to 11, Montana Tech, Georgetown, Mid-America Nazarene, College of Idaho, and Texas Wesleyan. And then, of course, from 10 to 6, Southern Oregon, Northwestern, Morningside, Benedictine, and Montana Western. And then from 5 to 1, St. Thomas, Dordt, freaking Dordt, Teran. They were a sleeper. They just jumped into this top 5. Dordt, D-O-R-D-T. I mean, Dordt. We talked about these guys in the past. They've crept their way into the top 5. Indiana Wesleyan, they have played well. And then, of course, I think the inevitable championship, Teran, again. Well, not again, but I think this is going to happen, dude. I can't help it. I can't help myself. Grandview Vikings out of Iowa, and the defending champions, the Kaiser Seahawks out of Florida. Teran, that's huge. So Mikey says here, I guarantee that this is the only show that covers Southwestern Kansas football at this hour. Respect. We do our best, Mikey. We do our best. So yeah, man. So last week, Teran. Oh no, man. Marion defeated all of it. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but Nazarene 45-40. That was pretty awesome, man. I'm excited for some of these teams. Dordt, like I said, they defeated Dakota Wesleyan 42-7. Midland defeated Hastings 26-7. I thought that would be a pretty good game last week. Friends obviously defeating Southwestern on the road 37-21. That was a huge game. We just talked about our linebacker buddy there getting down. So yeah, Teran, we didn't, like I said, it was kind of a sleepy week as we talked about last week. An overtime game was amazing. St. Francis out of Illinois defeating St. Xavier out of Illinois 36-29 also last week. So some good games. Also, Cumberland, remember Cumberlands? We're getting 2 of them. Well, Cumberlands out of Kentucky defeats Faulkner out of Alabama 26-21. So good football there. I bet some of these NAIA teams have some awesome mascots. Oh, dude, we have some fun ones there. We really do. There's some good mascots in the NAIA. Teran, this week, dude, here we go. I don't even know, man, how we can talk about any more St. Francis, Indiana, and Marion. That's like it. I don't know why. Because St. Francis is number 23 and Marion is 18. But I feel like that's going to be a damn good game.
Sorry.
I really do. Oh, you good there? Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. Teran's back. Okay. But yeah, dude, I really think that's gonna be a great game. Evangel and Friends. Oh, that's gonna be a good game as well. We're talking about Evangel, the team currently number 21 taking on 19 Friends. Friends coming out that huge victory last week. So that should be really, really good. Dakota Wesleyan, can they redeem themselves versus, oh, no, they can't. I'm sorry, because they're playing Northwestern Iowa. Northwestern, obviously, they were champs a couple of years ago. They've fallen a little bit. They're currently number 9, 5-1. You know, once again, good school. But we'll see. But yeah, Teran, I was looking earlier too at this Morningside. We haven't talked about them in a while, right? I mean, they're still hanging around. They're not bad. They're number 8. They are actually taking on this week Dort. That is actually my game of the week, Teran. Morningside, number 8 Morningside taking on number 4 Dort. Who are you taking in that game?
I gotta go with Dort. They're the hot hand.
They are. I think they're handing it out, man, and yeah, they're the. By the way, speaking of the mascots, it's the Morningside Mustangs versus the Dort Defenders, Teran. They're the Defenders. They are Defenders. So let's see here. Mikey says, does the NAIA do a 60? Yes, they do. 16-team playoff bracket. Beautiful bracket. Every year we get the true champion. So I love it. And who are your guys' early picks to win it all in the NAIA this season? Who is your sleeper to pick up? I got to tell you right now, oh my gosh. I have a feeling if they're on different sides of the bracket, I'm going to go with Grandview, the Grandview Vikings out of Iowa. Right, Teran, taking on the Seahawks out of Florida and the defending champions from last year. You can't count out Northwestern out of Iowa. They're a very good football team there as well. But yeah, I don't know, Teran. Who are you taking in that top? I don't know. I mean, really, any of these teams could win it, dude. Every year it's a crapshoot. Morningside had their run a couple of years ago, doing really, really well. Grandview, like I said, I think they're good. Dude, can you imagine Dort winning it this year?
Yeah, or being in the final. Maybe Dort makes the final and Grandview plays them.
That would be awesome. In Boston, we say defenders. Yeah, you go.
Defenders.
Oh, I love it, man. But yeah, Teran, we got some good football, man. I'm really excited for some good football this week in the NAIA. And I'll tell you, I really do feel, I don't know, there are some sleepers out there. It could be Benedictine versus Missouri Valley. I don't think that's going to be much of a sleeper. Rocky Mountain. Yes. Rocky Mountain and Montana Tech. I don't even care. I don't care. Montana Tech is number 15. Rocky Mountain's not even freaking ranked, but I don't care. The Rocky Mountain, the Fighting Bears, Teran. The Rocky Mountain. They're the Fighting Bears because they fight. They're not just regular bears, Teran. They're Fighting Bears.
It's that one bear gif fighting the Karate Man.
I love this team. Yeah, they're the Rocky Mountain Fighting Bears.
I had a couple friends go there. They go there. Fun fact.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Are they
to play football?
Oh, well, there you go. I'm sorry, the Badland Bears. I'm an idiot. I had to look at the Badland Bears, but I mean, you can say fighting. They're battling. They're fighting. They're doing it.
Bears sounds like a much better roll off the tongue.
Badland Bears, BB. I love it, right? The Badland Bears. Yeah. All I can see is remember Tekken, Teran? The game Tekken with the kangaroo. There was a bear on there. Oh, they had bears.
I think that might be the whole Tekken real life thing where the bear was like fighting the Karate Man. I'll have to send you the GIF.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, the Badland Bears. Yeah. So anyway, Teran, we got to get the heck out of here. We got to move on, man. We're already right. Look at
sorry, Larry.
The Badland Bears. No, that's a random mascot I was hoping. That's right. That's right. I mean, there's some good ones out there, but the one that takes it all, Teran, I just can't. They're Division 3, I think. The Santa Cruz Banana Slugs, right, Teran? Banana Slugs. That one just takes the cake and eats it. I can't find a crazier mascot than that. That's
used to be known as the Slugs. Now they're the Banana Slugs.
Yeah, because banana made it so much better. But hey, you know what's good? I mean, so Division 3, Teran, where are we going in the D3 football? All right, man. Well, here we go. Last week, man, it was another doozy, right? I mean, D3 football never disappoints. My goodness. Last week, Endicott, speaking of Boston over there, Endicott University for Mikey Two Guns, they defeated University of New England. It was a New England battle, 39-7, man. Endicott, number 11, they're just playing great football. They're a team that I can see actually doing pretty good this year in Boston, man. Yeah, Teran knows who, yeah, but Teran. Mikey knows who these guys are. Endicott, of course, very good football team over there. Yeah, Banana Slugs, we have a winner. No one is beating, right? No one's beating that. So they're Division 3. They don't even have a football team. But, Teran, do you see what I see? We have a blue appearance this morning.
Oh, now I see him.
Blue has made it onto the screen today.
Yay!
She's hanging out back there with us. So, but anyway, Teran, Lacrosse defeats Eau Claire. Of course, we knew that was going to happen. That Wisconsin battle there. Juniata, great women's volleyball team. Not so great football team as they get defeated by Susquehanna, number 7 in the country, 66-21. Ouch. Yeah, beat down there. Number 23, St. John, Johns Hopkins actually defeats Franklin and Marshall 13-6. They had a problem there for a little bit, but good victory there. Mount Union rolls on because that's what number 4 Mount Union does. They roll on 52-10. Big victory for there. Number 6 Salisbury defeats Montclair State 44-8. Let's go, man. How about that team? Wheaton out of Illinois defeated Carthage 50-13. So, yeah, they're hanging on to number 25, but I think they're going to stay on top 25 this week for sure. Number 12, DePaul defeated Denison 53-34. So, Teran, these top teams stayed well. St. John's got their victory. Aurora got their victory 69-0 over Rockford. Oh, my gosh. And then there were these games. Wartburg just destroyed Simpson. We had a Wisconsin battle. Teran, there were 2 Wisconsin battles that I had circled. This week, right? Number 8 versus number 9, Platteville, number 8, number 9, Oshkosh, and we knew that was going to be a freaking dinger, and it was. 24-17, Oshkosh wins it. But I said there was another Wisconsin battle that was going to not even be close because it's just the one wasn't ranked. They don't look that good. Well, I was wrong because Wisconsin Stout took on number 10 Wisconsin River Falls, and number 10 River Falls freaking escapes in overtime, dude. Overtime. River Falls defeats Stout. Stout damn near beat this team, dude. So that's amazing, right? And yeah, for damn sure, I'll tell you. No, he's hey, Blue's over there. Yeah, Blue makes appearances. She's here and there, you know. So Mount Union, yep, absolute powerhouse, man. So Mayhard and Baylor still looking good. They're making their way back into the top 25. Number 1, North Central out of Illinois, 69-0. I mean, just absolute beatdowns. Linfield defeats George Fox 47-7. I mean, really, Teran, this is crazy. And then, of course, Whitworth. We had a Oregon-Washington battle as Whitworth from Oregon. Well, actually, they're both from – sorry, not from Oregon. They're both from Washington State. 42-24 last week. Whitworth defeated – Puget Sound, sorry. So, Teran, this was just a good one. Oh, and then last but not least, number 5, Hardin-Simmons had a little bit of a battle here, but they got it done, defeating McMurray 17-12 ranked. So, Teran, how about that week of Division III football, man?
Very good week. Number 21, Washington and Jefferson probably had the best, I wouldn't say upset, but in terms of like ranked on ranked, it was probably best upset, beating number 15, Grove City. So I think it was just a great week overall.
It really was.
I think that was my best match of the week right there.
No, that was yours. You picked it last week. Good job, man. Nice victory there. Totally went down to the radar for me. Good game, though. And then, obviously, in the top 25, 25-21, we have Wheaton, Mariard and Baylor, Johns Hopkins, Lacrosse, and Washington and Jefferson. 20-16. Linfield, Whitewater, Carnegie Mellon, Hope, and Aurora from 15 to 11. Grove City, Whitworth, Wartburg, DePaul, and Endicott and then your current top 10 from 10 to 6. River Falls, Oshkosh, Platteville, Susquehanna, and Salisbury. And then from 5 to 1, we have Hardin-Simmons, Mount Union, St. John's, Cortland, of course, SUNY Cortland, last year's defending champions, and the champions before them, North Central out of Illinois. So Yeah, Teran, we got some good ones, man. This is always fun to talk about. Let's talk about the top 25 matchups, the ranked on ranked for this week. Really, really looking forward to some of these, man. I don't know where the rankings went, but they kind of fell off. Okay, cool, whatever. Okay, so Susquehanna taking on Wilkes. I'm almost positive Susquehanna will win that one. Endicott takes on Western New England today. Johns Hopkins versus Ursinus, I believe. Don't want to butcher that name, but so really, Teran, we don't got a lot of like big time. I mean, Mount Union taking on Ohio Northern, really, Salisbury taking on Rowan. I mean, this week is kind of a Adrian University taking on Hope. Now, this one could be a fun one. Actually, we've got two of them that are bangers here. River Falls taking on La Crosse and Whitewater taking on Platteville. Remember, Whitewater kind of washed themselves out, man. They had a rough go this year. I don't know what the hell happened to those guys, man. They're floating around somewhere down there at the bottom. But yeah, Whitewater, man, I don't know. Whitewater this year, they're 19. They've had a rough go after defeating some Division II schools too. I don't understand. I mean, so crazy stuff there, man. But yeah, North Central taking on Augustana could be some fun stuff. Whitewater, Platteville, like I said, River Falls and La Crosse. That has got to be my game of the week. River Falls at number 11 or number 10, taking on Platteville at number 8. Or no, I'm sorry, La Crosse, and La Crosse is number 22. So that's my game of the week for sure. Whitworth and Pacific. Ooh, that's fun. And then Oshkosh, Stevens Point, Linfield and Puget Sound. Hey, there we go. There's an Oregon-Washington battle. Puget Sound taking on Linfield. But yeah, Teran, who are you thinking this week for a good game?
Probably, it sounds obvious, but probably one of the Wisconsin ranked on ranked matchups. Let's go Whitewater and Platteville.
That would be fun. I really like that game a lot.
Don't sleep on La Crosse either. Don't sleep on Wisconsin La Crosse.
No, that's for damn sure. I really love it. So those are some good games. Teran. We got here, but Mikey Two Guns over here off topic. Oh, I'm loving it. I love that Tom Brady is part owner of the Raiders now. It's about damn time we get somebody in there who cares. So looking forward to it. Let's see what he does, man. And then around here we call Western New England. Look at that WNEC. Pronounced Winnick. I like that. Winnick. Oh, they're playing Winnick. We learned something. Thank you, Mikey. I like that one, man. Winnick. So good deal. I love it, man. I love it. Let's do it, man. So getting into last week, let's go into D2 football now, man. Good old D2 football. Teran, here we go, bro. Last week, man. Man, could we have asked for some better games? I mean, last week, Carson Newman was on the freaking fence, man. These guys, number 18, Carson Newman, out of Jefferson City, Tennessee. These guys played UVA wise. 35-23. Carson Newman gets that victory there. That was very surprising to me. Then another game that wasn't surprising at all. No, we talked about this. Number 5, Ferris State. They're making a statement right now. They want a good seed in the playoffs. They're fighting like hell. 51-13 over Michigan Tech. Total beatdown. There was this game to me, I don't know how it wasn't closer. Number 16, Charleston. Teran, we talked about Charleston last week. We talked about how they're, a good sleeper team out of West Virginia. This is a solid team. They took on Frostburg State. This was a game that Pop actually pointed out and said that he would think this would be a good game. It was not a good game, but it was, it helped out Charleston, man. Charleston 48-7 over Frostburg State. And Frostburg State obviously coming out of Maryland. 48-7, just absolute beatdown. A game that I don't think we saw very closely. Johnson C. Smith, man, these guys out of the Golden Bulls here out of North Carolina defeated Shaw, the Shaw Bears out of Raleigh, North Carolina, 21-14. Just I don't know. It's one of those games where I don't know. Maybe it was so good, didn't want to see it end. But number 21. Johnson C. Smith wins this one 21-14 when he should know it. But Teran, it was pretty good, man. I really enjoyed some of these games. Augustana, as we knew out of South Dakota, we knew this team. We knew damn well the Vikings were going to win this game. and defeat Winona State 31-0. Not 31-0, but we knew they would get it done. Also, Lenore Ryan also defeated Barton 20-0. So, like I said, there were some good games. For what we got last week, not a lot of ranked on ranked. They were really good. But the game that I want to circle really fast, Teran, because this was just awesome. This was awesome. Number 8, Central Oklahoma and Northeastern State. They went head-to-head 64-57, Teran.
Oof. No defense was played that game.
And get this, they're the Broncos, right? Central Oklahoma spells it BRNCHOS.
Weird.
Broncos. They're the Broncos. No, but the Broncos out of Central Oklahoma, man, they got it done. I mean, hey, why not? But yeah, no, Northeastern State also out of Oklahoma. The Riverhawks. That's a fun one. Yeah, defeated. That was a good game, man. 64-57. That's a goddamn basketball score. That's amazing. Teran, did you sleep after that unbelievable? Hell no, none of us slept, man. Freddie Freeman.
Yeah.
Freddie Freeman. Oh yeah. I think he that was great. Yep. We all heard Teran last night after that game. That was a good one, man. So
that's why I kind of sound congested.
Right? Teran's all jacked up right now on Mountain Dew. He's just it was some good ones there. However, we did get an upset last week. I mean, Colorado School of Mines defeated Adams State 56-14, kind of like how we thought. But there was an upset. Slippery Rock. Oh no, the Slippery Rock Pride. These guys, Pride Rock, you get it. They got the number 7, lost to California University out of Pennsylvania, man. They lost to the Vulcans. That's amazing. 28-7, man. Freaking Slippery Rock got their ass handed to them last week. Also, the Black Hills gave Pueblo, number 13, Colorado Pueblo, a pretty good matchup here. 24-21 victory there. Pittsburgh State danced a little bit with some fire. They almost lost to Fort Hays, number 4 in the country. 18-17 under two unranked Fort Hays. So really, there was a lot of games, man. Number 2, the game. This was our game of the week last week. Grand Valley of the Lakers taking on Saginaw Valley, Michigan matchup here. Number 2, Grand Valley did defeat Saginaw Valley 16-9, but that's a rivalry game. That was as close as it gets. Number 2 was on the ropes. I'll tell you that right now. Had they have lost, oh my gosh, the playoff would have made up for it because we would have still seen the Grand Valley in there. But oh my gosh, if that was the BCS, that would have destroyed their whole season. So anyway, Teran. So yeah, any other games you want to highlight for Division 2 from last week?
This was kind of a good one. Indianapolis edging out McKendree 42-34. That was pretty good. And then North Greenville being Erskine. That was a solid one, even though North Greenville kind of handled them nicely. And then, as you mentioned, that Central Oklahoma Northeastern State game. Oh, my God. No defense was played.
None. But
that game right there was what everyone was thinking that the Vikings-Rams were going to be.
Yeah, seriously. Yes. Mikey, you going to talk about this game from earlier. Yep, Kennesaw State took down Liberty. I can't believe that. Kennesaw State got their first victory of the season. We talked about that one earlier. That was crazy. But no, absolutely, Teran. There's one game that I just have to – this is a game that, I mean, I can't believe I missed it. But, dude, Ocheetha Baptist. Can we get a hand clap for Ocheetha Baptist out of Arkadelphia, by the way. That's what it's called, Arkadelphia, Arkansas. They, of course, these Tigers defeated number 1 Harding, Teran, out of Arkansas. Remember the defending national champions? Well, down goes Harding, man. They freaking lost the Harding Bisons out of Searcy, Arkansas. These guys, man, heck of a battle. But 17-13, Ocheetha Baptist wins this thing. Number 11 defeats number 1. How about that one, Teran?
That was big right there. That was so huge.
Oh, now the rankings have changed, I'm sure. And man, this is you gotta love some football, man. I mean, golly, you gotta love this whole deal. I mean, it is just so much fun to enjoy these games, and the top 25 has now been released. Let's take a look at it. And obviously, yes, they have fallen. So 25 to 21, we have Southern Arkansas, California, Wayne State out of Nebraska, Indianapolis, and John C. Smith. From 20 to 16, we have Augustana, West Alabama, Lenore Ryan, Carson Newman, Slippery Rock, and then from 15 to 11, Emporia State, Charleston, Central Washington, Colorado School of Mines, and Colorado State Pueblo. And then we have 10 to 6, Western Colorado, Minnesota State. Harding has fallen all the way to number 8. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Oklahoma Baptist is now 7, and then Central Oklahoma at 6. And then the current top 5, Kutztown, Ferris State, Pittsburgh State, Valdosta State, and number 1, the Grand Valley State Lakers. How about that, Teran? I mean, crazy, right?
Yep. Just goes to show you have to play the game, and that it can't be like Madden where you just simulate everything.
That's for damn sure, Teran. Well, this week in Division 2, man, there's some. Oh my gosh, I love it. We're getting so close here, man. Playoffs are, we can see them on the horizon for D2 and D3. I mean, they're not super close, but they're coming. We see them. You know, this is crazy to see some of these. But ranked on ranks for this week, man. Western Colorado, number 10, Western Colorado. These guys are taking the mount. Ooh, I like this one. Let me see here. Whoops. Let me find. There we go. So yeah, Western Colorado will be taking on number 12 School of Mines, the Ore Diggers. I don't know who you got in that one, Teran. I'm gonna go with the Ore Diggers.
Yeah, I'll take. Yeah, same here.
School of Mines looks better. So Augustana at number 20, those Vikings out of South Dakota, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, taking on number 5 out of Mankato, Minnesota State, the Mavericks. That should be a good game. I'm going Mavericks though in that game.
Yeah, I'll take the Mavericks too.
Yeah, should be some fun stuff. And then, of course, later on in the day, we have some fun. Number 3, Pittsburgh State, the Gorillas out of Pittsburgh State. Not Pittsburgh, Kansas, taking on number 6, Oklahoma, the Broncos, if you will. Teran, who you taking?
I'm taking Pittsburgh State.
Yeah, me too. I want to take the Broncos, but I just kidding. Broncos. Anyway, and then, of course, we got the game of games, Teran. This was the national championship a couple years ago. This is a game that we've seen in the playoffs before. This is a game that we see every regular season. It is a rivalry. Yes, Saginaw Valley and Grand Valley is a rivalry, but Teran, Ferris State and Grand Valley is a rivalry. And we've seen Ferris State play Grand Valley when they were number 1 and Grand Valley was number 2. We've seen it just the opposite when Grand Valley was number 1 and Ferris State was number 2. Now we're seeing it as Ferris State Bulldogs are number 4 and the Grand Valley Lakers are number 1. Teran, they're playing in Grand Valley's house. They're currently number 1 in the nation. This is huge. What do you think?
I'll take Grand Valley. I think they're still red hot as is.
Sorry, Ferris State, but once a Laker, always a Laker. Doesn't even matter what kind of Laker. So I'm with it. Let's go.
Because some Lakers have to be number 1.
Because some Lakers have to be number 1. It can't be the LA Lakers. Come on now, you know. That's the Celtics right now. So, you know, but yeah, these Lakers are number 1. So number 25, Southern Arkansas, is going to be taking on Harding, the team that just fell from number 1. They were number 1 for the whole entire season. They won the national championship last year. Does Harding bounce back this week, Teran, over number 25?
Yeah, I'm taking South Arkansas.
Yeah. Well, you're taking South Arkansas?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. That's cold-blooded. Teran is going to take – after Harding just lost as number 1, Teran's is the number 25 team is going to beat these guys. I am all for it. Let's see if it happens. I'm going to take Harding. I think they'll bounce back after this game, but oh, that's awesome. So, let's see if it works next week, Teran. And then, of course, let's see. Is there any other ranked unranked? No. Nope, really, that's pretty much it. So, ranked unranked for Division 2, man. The Gorillas. That's another good name, right? Look them up, man. Awesome stuff there. You got to love the Gorillas of Pittsburgh State. I had a blank there. So we're going to take one more break, Teran. I'm going to try to get the heck out of here fast. One more break. When we come back, dude, we are going to jump right on into the FCS and FBS. You're listening to 3 and Out College Edition right here on iSports Radio. Your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be right back after this.
everybody? This is Teran Rodriguez. Are you a fan of volleyball? Are you a fan of Thunderous Spikes? Then I have the show for you. Set Point, where I cover NCAA men's and women's volleyball, high school boys and girls volleyball, beach volleyball, and even professional volleyball. Catch the action every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hello, ladies and sinners. Hello, sports fans around the world. Hello, IE Sports family. This is Cale Henderson, the host of IE Vegas, the Sin City Sports Show, presented by IE Sports Radio. If you folks are interested in sports in the Vegas area, if you're wanting to have a blast for 1 hour, every Tuesday night from 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, this is a show built for the Vegas sports fans, where we feature the Las Vegas Raiders, the Las Vegas Golden Knights, the Las Vegas Aces, and the University of Las Vegas, Nevada Rebels. Hopefully, fingers crossed, MLB team coming soon. Either way, if you folks are looking to have a blast for 1 hour each and every week, tune in Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you folks are interested in Vegas sports news, go to our Twitter at SinCities_IESR, and you can speak with me, the host, Cale Henderson, at Cale_Henderson on Twitter at any time. Be happy to reply. Always want to reach out to our fans. Again, the Sin City Sports Show, presented by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. We are IE Sports Radio. We are your direct feed for all that is sports, and I am drinking coffee out of my Jurassic Park mug. Yes, I am.
Yeah. And I am still drinking lots of water.
And Teran is still sick. Poor guy, man. We're get better, brother. I feel bad, man. It's a stupid grocery
Yeah,
store.
I'm gonna try to get better by tomorrow. I got my fun job, but I'd hate to be sick.
That sucks. Do you have your annoying job today?
Nah, I called out sick. We'll spend the day watching college football and a little college volleyball.
That's a good day. We got some good stuff in college
And
volleyball.
the Dodgers.
Oh yeah, it's coming up later on today. I forgot about them. So yeah, that should be so. I'm so excited, dude. Game 2 is gonna be so much fun. But Teran, last week was a day. It was a week, man, because the FCS doesn't disappoint. Last week, I was a little disappointed in a couple of teams. But I will say, the FCS as a whole does not disappoint. Teran, last week, let's just get the elephant out of the room, dude. You called it, damn it. You called it. Number 2 versus number 1. But this time, it was not Mater Dei. Number 1 Mater Dei destroying number 2 number 2 St. John Bosco. It was the number 1 South Dakota Jacks, who I really believed in, falling to the number 2 North Dakota State Bison, a team who I am absolutely sick of seeing at number 1. 13-9, Teran. The Bison go to 1-0. They defeated them in the Fargo Dome. The Jacks jumped to 5-2. Teran, the FCS looks like it used to in the last 10 years. Good call. Good call.
I do what I can. I try to make the best fixes possible.
I had so much faith in South Dakota State. Oh, man, it was a good game. It was. I mean, it was a defensive battle, dude. That was a football game right there. That took me back. That was old school football. I got to watch a lot of that game. It was damn good. But oh my gosh, it just sucks seeing them lose, man. I really thought they were going to win it. But good call, Teran. You got a good call there, dude. It was a good call, and I really think that the better team won for sure. It just sucks that I want it to be the Jacks. I'm just, like I said, I'm sick of seeing North Dakota at the top right now, man. So it's just good for them. They're winning. They're playing good football, and I'm not gonna hate. I'm just, want to see the Jacks have their turn, but it's all right. They won a couple championships, so and that's we got the playoffs, so it still can happen. They can still get it done. So anyway, Teran, last week, man, we've seen some other games in the FCS, man. Obviously the Ivy League games that we talk about every week. Not so much this week, but yeah, Tara, there were some fun ones. Let me see here. That was the one. If I was going to talk about any game, that was the one. Montana State 8-0. Obviously, we knew they were going to defeat Portland State. They beat them 44-14. And check this out, Teran. They had a colossal second quarter. Montana State Bobcats scored 28 points in the second quarter. I'm going to talk about these guys.
Don't choke on that coffee.
I know, yeah. San Diego, the Toreros, you talked about this already. They defeated Morris 34-6. Morris is now 0-7 on the season. San Diego 4-2. UC Davis, man, continuing their march, defeating Eastern Washington 48-38, man. Oh my gosh, 7-1 on the season. Let's go Aggies, man. Eastern Washington, though, we're used to seeing them do better, especially on their red turf. Not so much. They're just not playing the best right now. 2-5 on the year. Ouch. And then, of course, Sac State, man, defeating Weber State 51-48. Pretty good. But yeah, Teran, what did you think about last week, man? Any games you really liked from last week in the FCS?
I mean, the South Dakota State, North Dakota State game just never disappoints. It's always an unpredictable game. It's neither of those teams like to give an inch with one another.
Yeah. It's this week, man, just might as well just pop over to this week, man. South Dakota State, I mean, well, we can talk about the rankings really fast. Kind of go from there. So from 25-21, they have Chattanooga, Stony Brook, Jackson State, Dartmouth, and North Carolina Central. From 20-16, we have Illinois State, ACU, Missouri State, Mercer, and Rhode Island. And then we have from 15-11, William & Mary, Villanova, Richmond, and Idaho. And UIW, and then from 10-6, Central Arkansas, Montana, Tarleton State, North Dakota, and Southeastern Missouri State. And then from 5-1, we have UC Davis, South Dakota State, Montana State, and North Dakota State. So Montana State is at that number 2. All right, Sam, looking at this right now, dude, let's do this, man. Let's go ahead and South Dakota, they're 6-1. They're taking on South Dakota State at 5-2. South Dakota State is number 3. South Dakota is at number 4. It's a rivalry game. If this has ever been a time to stick it to your rival when you haven't beat them in a long time, I'm sure. And, of course, when they're vulnerable. Teran, are you taking the Coyotes or are you taking the Jackrabbits?
I'm taking the Jackrabbits.
Yeah, I don't know. They're good rivalries, man. All of them. All the Dakotas. I love the Dakotas, man. The freaking Dakotas are awesome. That league is fun, man. I seriously love that league. It's amazing to see what these teams do, right, every week. North Dakota Fighting Hawks, the North Dakota State Bison, the South Dakota Coyotes, and the South Dakota State Jacks, the Jackrabbits. Those 4 schools destroy each other, dude.
The Big Four.
The Big Four, the Dakotas right there, man. There's some good football up there. Augustana, right? So, there's some good football. So anyway, Teran, let's go ahead and get into it, man. What else do you see this week in the FCS that you really like?
I'm interested to see what Davis will do just because they're climbing up those rankings really good.
They are.
This has to be their best team in like a hot minute.
Remember that year, maybe about 8 years ago, Teran, when they actually made March Madness? Remember?
Yeah.
UC Davis. I mean, they lost in the first round, but who cares? They actually made it. So that was pretty big, dude. So anyway, Teran's getting sleepy over there, man. I know you're not feeling too good, dude. I know the meds are kicking in, dude. I'm sorry. Poor guy. Poor Teran. So we'll go ahead and breeze through it. Eastern Washington and Ohio and Idaho going head to head here. Should be a good one. Youngstown State. Oh, North Dakota State, Youngstown State. Let's hope North Dakota does good here. I don't know. We got some good ones coming up, hopefully. But really, Teran, I don't know. I think the good ones are kind of out and good to go for now. North Dakota State and Murray State, and that's just really sad. Really good team versus a really bad team. San Diego, Teran, the Toreros taking on the 4-2 Toreros taking on the 4-3 St. Thomas, Minnesota. What do you think?
Not St. Thomas Aquinas, St. Thomas, Minnesota.
St. Thomas, Minnesota.
I will take San Diego
all day. So there you go, Teran. A little bit of FCS for you. Along with the FBS, it's about that time, Teran, to pick along with us in the FBS. All right, Teran, this week, week 9. Gosh, dang it, week 9. Isn't it crazy? Like, this goes so fast. So, rapid fire. We're going to have some laughs here. Tell some jokes if you'd like, Teran. That's okay, because here we go. Just getting underway right now. Washington at number 13, Indiana. Washington 4-3, Indiana 7-0.
Now, you all might think I'm picking Indiana, but you got to consider Curtis Rourke hurt his hand against Nebraska last week and is out. So, you know what? I'm feeling gutsy. Give me Washington.
Let's go. Pac-10, baby. Pac-10. I'm taking it back, Teran. I don't care. Pac-10. That's all I'm about. So, Pac-10, let's go. Let's get it, man. I'm all for it. Washington, let's go. I think they're going to win this game. Oklahoma taking on number 18, Ole Miss. Ooh.
Yeah, Ole Miss is probably going to spin the block against Oklahoma. I just can't. I guess I should have mentioned this during the FBS portion recap. I can't believe Oklahoma got demolished by South Carolina. And the crazy thing was, I think they had like 3 snaps. I think 6 snaps and 3 turnovers in their first 6 snaps.
Son of a mother.
And that was in the first quarter alone. And they all I think either got returned for a touchdown or eventually were points off turnovers for a touchdown.
Beat down. No, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy, man.
So I must ask Oklahoma fans, are you sure you're fine without Lincoln Riley? Because I know y'all were making a huge deal saying we don't need stinking Lincoln.
Yeah.
I think y'all are missing him.
But then we need to say the same thing at SC right now.
He's staying at SC, though. No doubt about it.
Yeah, he'll stay here and probably drive us into the ground. I'm just kidding. Better teams are to come, hopefully. So, anyway, let's go. I'm going to say Ole Miss wins this game for damn sure. And so, Georgia Tech at 5-3 taking on Virginia Tech at 4-3. Who are you taking?
I'm taking Georgia Tech. They'll run the ball down Virginia Tech's throat.
I think they're going to run like crazy. Buffalo! The Buffalo Bulls taking on the they're both 4-3. 4-3 Bulls taking on the 4-3 Bobcats of Ohio.
Jen B, I'm sorry to do this to you, but I got to take Buffalo.
I'm taking Patty, too. I'm sorry, Jen B. But it should be a good game. Charlotte at 3-4 taking on the really cool jerseys of the Memphis Tigers.
If Memphis loses this one, they got to turn in those really cool uniforms.
Yeah, they
Give
can't
me
wear
Memphis.
those. Give me Memphis, but it's true. You need to wear your old ugly jerseys. Because, yeah, I'm with it. Tulane at 5-2 taking on the Mean Green. We got to get a freaking button for that one. I'm down for that.
This one's tough to predict. I think Tulane pulls it out by the skin of their teeth. But it's going to be a close one.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. I'm going to go Tulane, but damn you, Mean Green. If you win this thing, that'd be pretty cool. So, I don't know. 5-2 Nebraska taking on the 5-1 number 4 Ohio State Buckeyes.
As much as Nebraska loves to win in the trenches, they just look awful against Indiana. Give me Ohio State easy money.
Easy money. I'm sorry, there's no numbers here. The 3-4 Tar Heels of North Carolina taking on the Who's, the Cavaliers of Virginia at 4-3.
You know what? Give me Virginia.
Give me the Who's. Who? So I'm with that one. Arkansas 4-3. The 1-6 Mississippi State Bulldogs, but it's the SEC and anything can happen.
Give me Arkansas over the wannabe Bulldogs.
I know. I low-key want to take Mississippi State for some crazy reason, but give me the Hogs. Let's just see what happens. 2-4 Georgia State taking on 2-4 Appalachian State. Sun Belt, Fun Belt.
I mean, they're both 2-4, but someone's gonna get their first Sun Belt Conference win.
Yay.
But you know what? I'm taking App State.
I'll go Georgia State gets to be opposite, but this is a crapshoot, really. 3-4 Central Michigan taking on 3-4 Miami of Ohio. Not the U, Teran, the other U.
Give me Central Michigan.
Teran's like, I'm not even taking that U. Just kidding. Yeah, I think the Chippewas will make this thing happen today. No numbers again. Temple at 2-5 taking on East Carolina at 3-4. Does Angelo's team get a victory?
Of course. I'm taking ECU.
Pirates.
I don't trust Temple.
I don't trust them either. There's a team from the Midwest who feels pretty hot right now. They like to fight. They're orange and blue, and they won a pretty good game last week. They're number 20. They're 6-1. They're 3-1 in the Big Ten. But they haven't played the number 1 team in the land until today in Autzen Stadium, Eugene, Oregon. And number 1, Oregon, will host the number 20, Illinois Fighting Illini. What do you think, Jared?
Yeah, Oregon's going to win this one fairly easily. I think Illinois can put up a fight, but I just don't think Oregon is losing this one at home.
Hell no. If they lose this game, I'm not even talking about that. Go Oregon. Number 11, BYU taking on UCF. Undefeated 7-0 BYU, by the way, taking on 3-4 UCF.
I'm taking BYU easy. They're not playing at BYU, but UCF is not they're not the team that they have been in years past.
It is the truth. It is the truth. It is the truth. I'm with you on that one, dude. Number 21, Mizzou at 6-1 taking on number 15. I haven't said that in a long time for Alabama. Number 15, Alabama at 5-2. Teran, do the woes continue? Does Mizzou pull this off, or does Alabama hold strong at home?
It's so weird seeing Indiana ranked higher than Alabama.
Isn't it? I can't believe it.
But you know what? I'm taking Alabama in this one. If they lose 2 in a row, I wouldn't. If Kellen DeBoer is going to be wishing he never took this job and he was still at Washington.
Yeah, I feel bad for that guy. But yeah, give me Alabama. But oh my goodness, Northwestern at 3-4 taking on Iowa at 4-3.
Can we give both these teams losses?
Right. This game
because
sucks.
Iowa is the most unpredictable team. 1 week they're scoring over 20 points and looking like they deserve to be ranked. Another week they're looking like they have no offense and they should just look at the Madden playbook off of rookie mode. And then Northwestern is basically a slop sandwich. Give me Iowa, though.
I'll take the Hawkeyes, too, at home. Wave to the
Their
Children's
defense
Hospital.
is strong, though.
Like
Iowa's defense is big and strong.
Oh, they are. But they can't do anything for some reason. And yeah, they said we're going to wave to the Children's Hospital. I love that. I love that tradition. But I just wish they were a better football team. So, yeah. Give me Iowa. We have the We Beat USC Bowl here as the
Oh God, I wish you hadn't mentioned that.
I'm sorry. Because USC sucks ass. But 4-3 Maryland taking on the 4-3 Minnesota Golden Gophers. Yeah, Teran, what do you think, buddy? They have 2 teams here that are, they're not that great, but they're good enough to beat SC because SC is trash. What do you think?
Let's give them both losses. Okay, but for real, though, I trust Minnesota's defense a little more. I do not think Billy Edwards Jr. is going to have another monster game for Maryland.
Yeah. I'm going to go Golden Gophers here as well. 2-5 Rice, 4-3 UConn.
I'll take the basketball school.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was falling asleep. I'll take
UConn.
Yeah, let's go Gino Auriemma. Let's go UConn. We have the 3-4 Wake Forest Demon Deacons. What a mascot. Versus the Trees. 2-5 Stanford Cardinal, because somehow, some way, Palo Altos is on the East Coast. I don't know how that happened, but Anyway, what do you think, Teran?
I'll take Wake Forest.
Me too. I'm going to go Wake Forest because Stanford is so smart that, they're actually idiots. They're so damn smart that they turn themselves stupid because for some reason they don't know geography. But yes, let's go Wake Forest. We have 3-4 Oklahoma State taking on Baylor at 3-4.
I will take Baylor.
Yeah, give me Sikkim here. Now let's go from Sikkim to Wreckham as 5-2 Texas Tech takes on 4-3 TCU. That's a good little Texas matchup right there.
I will take Texas Tech. I'll take Wreckham.
Wreckham, I'm gonna go with Go Frogs. Let's see what happens. 1-6 Southern Miss taking on 5-2 James Madison. That's jacked up, man.
Yeah, James Madison's going to spin the block with this one.
Yeah, I'm sure. 5-2 Eastern Michigan, Max Crosby's University, taking on 1-6 Akron. That's another jacked up matchup.
Yeah, Eastern Michigan's going to win this one. Akron can't even get saved by LeBron James.
Nope, no one can save them right now. No one can hear them scream. Okay. Northern Illinois. Oh no, Northern Illinois 4-3, taken on. Let's see here. Northern Illinois 4-3, Ball State 2-5. Oh no, Tara, that's a fun game. No.
NIU all the way.
NIU Huskies 3-4, Bowling Green 5-2 Toledo.
I'll take Toledo.
I'm gonna go Toledo too. I think that's.
But Bowling Green does have the best tight end in all of FBS. He leads all tight ends in receptions, receiving yards, and touchdowns.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I guarantee you.
Yeah, watch. Yeah. Kent State 0-7, taking on Western Michigan at 4th. Remember when Western Michigan was pretty good?
Oh, yeah.
They had that receiver, Chad. I forgot his name. Yeah. Anyway, Teran, did they get their first victory today? Does Kent State get a victory today?
Nope.
No.
Give me Western Michigan.
Me too. Wagner at 4-4, taking on 1-6 UMass. Oh no! Did the Minutemen get their second victory of the year, Teran?
No.
No. Give me Wagner. UTSA Roadrunners at 3-4, taking on Tulsa at 2-5.
I'll take UTSA. I feel Tulsa is going to fumble this one.
Yeah, they're looking like the Raiders.
They smell funny too.
The 4-3 Oregon State Beavers taking on the 3-4 Cal Berkeley Golden Bears because, well, this is what the Pac-10 was. You bunch of idiots. I just screw you, asshole, who destroyed the Pac-12. You know who you are. Anyway, let's go, Tara.
I'll take Oregon State.
Oregon State. Let's go. Yeah, I think the Beavers are going to win this thing. The Beavers are cool. So number 5 Texas taking on number 25 Vandy. Teran, Vandy already took down a top team this year. Do they do it again at home? Do they?
As much as I love Vanderbilt, and as much as everyone would love to see Texas lose the second straight, I just don't see Texas losing this one to Vanderbilt.
Yeah, me either. I can't see it. It'd be kind of cool. But yeah,
we would all have a nice hearty laugh over that.
Hook 'em horns. 3-4 New Mexico, 4-3 Colorado State.
I'll take the Rams.
I'm gonna go Rams too. 5-1 UL Monroe, 3-4 South Alabama. What you got?
Give me UNL Monroe.
UL Monroe. Teran, this week we have the 1-6 Florida State Seminoles taking on the 7-0. Everyone thinks they're back. Number 6 Miami Hurricanes, the U. Teran.
Well, Florida, I would pick Florida State, but DJ Uiagalelei is focusing on something else probably bigger than football. So either Florida State's going to be starting a sophomore quarterback or a freshman quarterback.
Yeah.
Give me Miami.
Here we go, Miami fans. They're back. The U's back. Okay, anyway. 3-4 West Virginia taking on 3-4 Arizona.
I'll take Arizona, no doubt about it. I love me some Noah Fafita and some Tataroa McMillan.
Bear down. Utah 4-3. Houston at 2-5.
Houston may be at home, but they still have lots of problems. Give me Utah.
Too many problems. Utah State at 1-6, Wyoming at 1-6. Terrence, somebody's going to win their second game of the year.
Golly, this might be the toilet bowl of the week.
Toilet.
I'll take Wyoming.
This is it. Yeah, I guess, right? Well, another 1-6 team, Troy, taking on the Red Foxes of Arkansas State at 4-3.
I'll take Arkansas State.
I think so, too. I like that one, too. All right, Taryn. Number 3, Penn State taking on Wisconsin at 5-2. Penn State undefeated, 6-0. Let's see. What happens? What do you think?
As much as I want to pick against Penn State and that weasel James Franklin, I just don't think Wisconsin can beat them. Wisconsin just doesn't have the horses just to keep up. And they just feel so inconsistent. Against ranked opponents, they have given up more than 30 points. Against unranked opponents, they have given up less than 20 points. Give me Penn State, since they are number 3.
Same thing. Give me Penn State. We have Michigan State at 4-3, Michigan at 4-3. The Paul Bunyan Trophy today, Taryn. Who you taking?
I remember when this used to be such an instant classic, where I think Sean Schemmel or one of the announcers was like, had the most iconic call where he was like, "Oh, he has trouble with the snap, and the ball is free. It's scooped up by Jalen Watts Johnson, and he scores on the last play of the game. Unbelievable! Greatest voice crack ever."
Yeah, right.
That being said, I'll take Michigan.
Yeah, same here. I want to see
if Michigan finds a way to lose this. I know a friend of mine who loves flexing when USC loses, but I called him out when Michigan lost to Illinois.
Let's go Spartans. I'm taking Sparty. I don't even care. Let's go Izzo. Izzo. Let's hope Tom Izzo gets out there and coaches them. I'm all with it. Let's go, y'all. We got Auburn at 2-5, Kentucky at 3-4.
You know what? I'm taking Auburn for this one. Kentucky disappointed me last week.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to take Auburn too. Let's see what happens. Kansas Rock Chalk at 2-5, taking on number 16, Kansas State Wildcats at 6-1. Big 12 action.
Now, this might actually be a better matchup than most people expect, but yeah, I'll take Kansas State in a close one. Too.
That'll be a fun game. Number 22 SMU taking on Duke at 6-1. They're both 6-1 actually. What do you think?
I low-key like this matchup, but SMU pulls this one out in a high-scoring affair.
Oh, that'd be fun, right? That's a good one. I like that one. San Jose State at Fresno State. 5-2, 4-3. What you thinking?
I'll take Fresno State. Fresno
State. I'm with you. I think so too. That'd be a good game. It's a fun game. We have Cincinnati at 5-2, taking on Colorado at 5-2. Taryn, this is actually this is a sleeper. This is a good football game.
Yeah, this is a sleeper game, all right. But since Colorado has a Travis Hunter and a Shedeur Saunders and Coach Prime, I got to go with Colorado.
Me too. I think so too. 6-1 Washington State versus 3-3 San Diego State. Taryn's like, end the show. Well, cue the music. This is Taryn. All right, Taryn. 6-1 Washington State versus 3-3 San Diego State. Who you got?
I picked this team yesterday. I will pick Washington State.
I am with you, dude. Yeah,
but it'll be close.
Yeah, San Diego State's got problems, dude. This team is just they got issues, man. It's just and then a late kickoff, which could be ending around midnight our time. East Coast folks who are fans of these teams, I don't know how you're a fan of them or unless you moved out there, but it'll be ending about 3 a.m. for you guys. Kickoff is a minute to Sunday. 8:59, Taryn. I don't know how the hell it's 8:59. Why can't it just be 9 o'clock? But
because that would be midnight on the East Coast, which would be transitioning to Sunday.
That's right, and you can't do that. That's right. So 8:59 kickoff. Nevada, 3-5 Nevada, 2-5 Hawaii. Taryn, who are you taking in this really late battle?
Someone here will get their first Mountain West Conference win.
Somebody.
And that will be Hawaii.
It'll be Hawaii. Let's go, Hawaii. Let's make sure it happens. And then, of course, Taryn, the game of the week, Saturday Night Football, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Number 8, LSU, 6-1, taking on number 14 Texas A&M, 6-1 in College Station at Kyle Field. What do you think, man?
As tempting as it is to pick Texas A&M, I will take LSU. I trust Garrett Nussmeier a little more, and I think that LSU will just barely edge out Texas A&M. Their receivers will be too much for the Aggies.
Yeah, I am so with it, dude. I really do believe that Texas A&M is just, I don't know. They're hit or miss, but I got to go with LSU as well. Taryn, we got a lot of the same picks this week, but it's all good, dude. Dude, that's gonna do it, man. Let's cue that music and get on out of here. This time for real, dude. But Taryn, it was a great show as always, good sir. I am so happy and thankful to have you as my co-host, bro. It's been a fun show over the years. I'm just happy to keep on doing it with you, man. So. Any last thoughts, comments, words, anything like that, man? Modern Day taking on Orange Lutheran next week. I think that's the end of the season, right? So, yeah. I mean, what do you think? What are you thinking?
If I were Modern Day, I would not underestimate Orange Lutheran. They have a good quarterback, TJ Lateef, who's going into Nebraska, and they hung tough with St. John Bosco. So, if Modern Day thinks they're going to get an easy matchup against the Lancers, they have another thing coming.
Yeah, they do. I'm sure they're getting going. St. John Bosco got Jay Sarah next week. We'll keep you up on those top teams around the country, of course, for high school. Let's see what RCC does this week, Riverside or San Mateo, or number one right now is Mount San Antonio, Mount Sac. Let's see how they're doing. Like I said, it's inevitable. I think Blue Dragons, the Hutchinson Blue Dragons, and Iowa Western Reavers. Is Division III going to continue to get shaken up? I don't know. It will number one remain North Central, will they not? Because Division II Harding went down. So, I mean, I don't know. Are they going to lose another one? Are they going to stay on top? I don't know. FCS is going crazy. NAIA, Dort, can they pull it off today? Can they win? I mean, dude, we're all over the place, man. The FCS is doing great. Can North Dakota State stay strong? And today, can LSU pull this thing off? Who's going to be number one next week? I mean, Darren, it's all fun, man. I'm loving it. This is just, oh, man. I know really quick, too, I totally jacked this one up, and that's okay. But let me get on over to them rankings, obviously. We're going to run the music twice because we're cool like that, Taryn. But, you know, we just like talking over music. It's fun, right?
Yep.
It's fun. It's always fun. So, but yeah, Taryn, so talk about them top 25s, man. Top 25. All right, so ESPN.com. From 25-21, we have Vanderbilt, Navy, Army, SMU, and Mizzou. 20-15, Illinois, Pittsburgh, Ole Miss, Boise State, Kansas State. I'll tell you, Taryn, this has been fun this year. It really has. This has been a lot of fun in the top 25. From 20-16, we have Illinois, Pittsburgh, Ole Miss, Boise State, Kansas State. 15-11, Alabama, Texas A&M, Indiana, Notre Dame, and BYU. From 10-6, Iowa State, Clemson, LSU, Tennessee, and Miami. In the top 5 right now, Texas, Ohio State, Penn State, Georgia, and Oregon. Any surprises there?
Not really, but Texas has gone down, and your new number one is Oregon for well-deserved reasons. But I want to see Oregon actually win it all. Everyone gives them the joke of the O represents the number of national championships they've won in football. So let's see if Oregon can keep it up all the way to the finish line.
Yeah, let's see what they do, bro. But any last comments, questions, or comments? Anything you want to throw out there for today, man?
No, I think that is that. Hopefully I will be a little less raspy by next week.
Poor Taryn. Hope you feel better, dude.
Though.
It's all good, man. Hope you feel better, dude. Make sure you give us a follow, as always, all over the place. X, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere. Subscribe. Check us out all over these platforms. Our podcast, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, everywhere. iSportsRadio.com is where you want to be. Check out our awesome little page, iSportsRadio.com/free. And I'll pick you up some gear because we do that, y'all. iSportsRadio.com, of course, /shop. Check out. Give us a follow. We put our links up and everything. Check out the other games. You can watch around the country, at least the ones that are free. 3 and Out, all spelled out, CEIE. You can follow my boy Teran Rodriguez at Teran Rodriguez 1 on X. You can follow me, boy Larry, at the THE_LB53. Check out our awesome sponsors, Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Go give them a follow, Planet Jerky, and of course, PlanetJerky.net, my beautiful wife's company, of course, Seal the Deal Wax Seals, custom-made stamps for all your letters and gifts coming on up. Give her a follow at Seal the Deal _ Wax Seals on Instagram, and iSportsRadio.com / Seal the Deal Wax Seals. Place your order there. Teran, that's going to do it, bro. For my boy Teran Rodriguez, from me, your boy Larry B. We will see y'all next week. Until then, take care, and as always, God bless.
Peace.